Yo, what up, what up, what up? Gotta get ready, gotta add the final touch here. There we go. Let's do it, let's do it. What's good, everyone? Alright. We have the homie coming through tonight. We got the homie Oznot. What's good with you, Oz?
Going on, losers.
Oh my god. You just want to get everyone to run off. I see how it is. Real quick, I see Arc 0606. He said I'm leaving a like to support the stream. Can't stay sadly. Hopefully I can catch the next live. Yeah, this one's definitely a little late. Thank you so much for coming through, man. All that support means so much. Just going out of your way for me. I really do appreciate that. I hope you have a great night and I hope you have a great weekend. I really do appreciate that. Guys, if you can drop a like really helps. I appreciate y'all. But real quick, what's good, everyone? Neozoic's first, and he's very proud of it. You deserve it, sir. Thank you so much for coming through. Butch, what's good with you, bro? Words of Paradise. Words of Paradise is like, yo, can't wait for this one. It's good to see you as always. Rocky, he's gonna cut loose and he's not gonna hold back. He's always prepared. He's always locked and loaded. I
Whoa,
appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through, Rocky. I really do.
rock,
And
cock, ready to rock. Uh,
no doubt, bro. He always be saying that, man. I do appreciate that energy, man. I really do. My man, Rich the Slag Lord, what's good with you, bro? Always good to see you. Anarchy 4K, Alex First Evil, really good to see you guys, man. I always see some of the same faces, and yo, air hug to all y'all. Seriously, air hug to all y'all. I really appreciate that. I never take it for granted. We got oh shit, Alex is coming through. He said I'm done. You started soon. Screen. It's you eating skinny popcorn. Oh, I'm dying. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, that's what's up. But guys, I actually have a pretty big announcement. I've been working on it for like a couple of weeks now. It's finally live. It is my Discord channel. Um, I do have most of the kinks worked out. I actually had to learn a lot more about Discord than I knew previously in order to actually put together a community Discord that hopefully won't get destroyed. So we'll see how that works. But I will have to say this Discord is going to be paywalled. It's to keep, the bad actors out. That's just how it needs to be. Because unfortunately, there's just a lot of malicious people out here. So, in good faith, it is a minor paywall. It is the 99. I just added a new tier option to my membership channel. Man, fuck you, BitCloud. All right? Fuck you. What's good with you, Big Cloud? Good to see you, bro. Just got off of RGT podcast. It was a good one. It was definitely a super good one, because I was there, obviously. That's why it was good. Other than that, it would have probably
oh
not been.
God.
Yeah, exactly. But real quick, just to get into the whole Discord thing, I added a new tier to my channel memberships. So the 99-cent channel membership is the base option, and that will give you instant access to my Discord. So if you want to be there,
Huh?
I'd love to have you there. So it's gonna be a lot
Whoa,
of fun. I
whoa,
already got my personal
whoa there,
homies
big
in there.
spender.
It's one of those things where I would love to just throw it out there, but at the same time, it's one of those things where there's just bad actors, man, that want to be malicious. So it is a 99-cent tier option, channel member option. So if you would like to join the Discord, would love to have you. It's already popping. We got it going. Bring all of your pet pictures. That's what I do stress. We love to see the fur babies, that as I like to call them. So that's what's up.
What about roadkill? Can we bring that?
Man, you a sick motherfucker. You a sick twisted motherfucker, bro.
Bring all your roadkill.
Oh my god, yo, you're gonna see nothing but like dead raccoons in the pet pic section.
No, no, no city done. I'm gonna say that. Never mind. Go ahead,
Yeah,
continue.
please don't. Yes, but real quick, Drew, what's good with you? Said, "What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a good Friday. I know this stream is a little
Uh,
bit late. It's a little later than I usually like to start, but just so much shit going on, man. I'm just trying to fit in the time. Um, Let me see. Welcome to the stream, Neozoic, and I'm in versus Slaglord. Look at yo, I love when y'all be showing each other love. Yo, MetPack 420, what is good with you, fam? That's the dude right there. I really appreciate you for coming through. He definitely got his channel popping too. I definitely check in to see what he's got going. Definitely like to see him putting out his content out there. There's one other thing I wanted to add. Oh yeah, yeah, I have some good news in sight of a bad situation. So unfortunately, my dad's dog ate a bunch of wires, and he had to
Huh.
actually have surgery today, emergency surgery. But
Oh,
he's good. He's good. They got it all out, so I'm happy about that. That's awesome. Like freaking, that was the one thing that was kind of bothering me today. So it's really good that little man's is doing better. He still has a long road to recovery. So, but that's what's up. That's my like highlight of the day. So I'm glad that he went through all that and everything is load off the shoulders. But yes, yeah, coziest live, man. We hanging on a Friday night. I hope you guys will have an amazing weekend. And it's good to see you, Cozy, and Words of Paradise, everyone. Yes, dog ate wires. Um, yeah, about that. The charge, let's just say that it was all priceless because we love Lil Jet. That's what it is. Yo, King Metro Chan, what's good with you, fam? Oof, you want to talk real quick? Oz about the Sony State of Play. Ray Clouds here says that Suicide Squad looks booty. Yo, the Lemonade King, what's good with you, bro? What's good, homie? A bit charged for the fun, yeah. Yeah. But, for me, the state of play, it was all Capcom. Capcom holding it down, and I was bringing up on RGT personally that, in regards to just, it's crazy to think that just a decade ago, Capcom almost completely went under, man. It's crazy to think that that's the case. The fact that they're the ones that's carrying gaming to me at this point. It is it's great to see because someone has to do it. Someone has to. I think that they've really been showing up early this generation so far. So I do appreciate Capcom really bringing the heat. The Resident Evil 4 remake looks awesome. I know a lot of homies that are super hyped for that, so definitely cool to see on that front. And Street Fighter 6, it is impressing me the more I see it. I was a little disappointed with the original character list. I thought it was I thought it was super disappointing actually, but the fact that Zangief is in there and Cammy's up in there now. And Cammy, I love her new look. She looks super cool. Giving Cammy always looks dope, not gonna lie. But it is just it's really nice that they're not shying away from representing their characters the way they should be represented. So that's always good to see. Uh Muzoic said, fun question, movie versus movie. Logan 2017 versus Joker 2019. Um, honestly, I wouldn't blame people for going with Logan, but I just really like Joker. Given it's not necessarily an original story. Stories that kind of story's been done before. I think the one thing that kinda like I think Logan is genuinely a good movie. Oh, Black Metal Gamer, man. Thank you so much, man. Totally didn't have to. I appreciate that. Black Metal Gamer for $2. Thank you, bro. Says props to Japan holding it down. Also, Tekken 8. Yes, Tekken 8 looks pretty sick. I love the way Nina Williams looks. I love Nina. Nina is like it's always Nina, Eddie Gordo, and Forrest slash martial law. Those are my loves for Tekken. Tekken 3 was my joint back in the day. But
fucking Carrie looks fucking retarded. Her ass is crazy looking.
Cammy?
Tammy. Woo! Two
that
cheeks. Two cheeks Tammy, man. Bruh.
two cheeks. What the hell? Yo,
Ah,
oh my god, no, hold up. I have to actually send you a picture that has been going circulating around the interwebs. I actually posted in Memester Bait on my on Cult of Cage Discord. Hold up.
yo, she looks amazing in that game.
She does. I like her
That's
style.
that's
They
me.
they killed it.
Oh, I like
I
the
mean,
style.
yeah, I mean you're interested for, your obvious reasons, but I just like
I like the t-shirt she brought with her. All right,
oh my god. But yeah, fucking they have like this picture of like Kirby clinging to her and sucking on her. I was like, what the fuck?
Is it on her cheeks?
No, it's, like, on her thigh, but
Oh,
it's like, you know what they were going for. You know what they were going for, bro. So, what'd you think about, the Sony State of Play yesterday?
fucking lame. What
Yeah,
a
you're
disappointment.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're not into VR, that's already yeeted, you know? Um, to be fair,
All I'm
I'm interested in VR personally. Are you interested in VR or no, you don't care?
I don't give two shits.
Oh my god, you're just terrible, but
How okay, hold on.
go for it.
So you're telling me Microsoft had a had a silent drop. Nintendo had a silent drop. Sony had shit to say.
I mean,
Shouldn't they could have had something.
I mean, they coulda, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't it's one of those things where you have to take them at face value. If they give you extra, then so be it, but I don't really expect anything extra, you know? 'Cause
I think this is gonna be one.
once you do, you're gonna get burned. That's how it
I think
goes.
this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of their down years. I think this is gonna be one of the worst years for the PS5.
I
There's
don't
really
know.
nothing coming out besides Spider-Man.
Yeah, they
It's
don't
probably with Silent Hill.
I think that there's definitely things that are cooking, but they have, for whatever reason, not really discussed it yet. There was a question here I didn't get to. Oh yeah, so between Logan and Joker. So Neozoic asked the question, movie versus movie, Logan 2017 or Joker 2019. I personally went with Joker, even though I think
Joker.
both films are good. The only thing that kind of is meh to me about Logan is that, like, as an X-Men fan, if you've kept up with the movies, it unless you're a super Wolverine fanboy or fangirl, the one thing that is always present that bothers me as an X-Men fan is just Wolverine, 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 Wolverine all the time at all times. So when it comes to, like, Logan, it's like he ends up fighting himself, and I get it. I understand why, but it just felt like, as someone that has suffered with Wolverine at the forefront for so long, it just felt
Yeah,
like that extra slap in the face. It would have been so much
yeah.
nicer to have seen any other villain, but I understand. It totally makes sense. It's just, to me, like, as someone that was just a little bit feeling like, oh, like Wolverine is overdone, it just didn't really help that much. You love the Joker, right?
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah,
Weren't you not, like, technically racially profiled when that movie came out?
yeah. I was racially profiled. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Hundred
I don't know
percent.
if you guys remember when Joker came out, they were
I
just like,
was.
"Be careful of white men going to the movie theaters and shooting them out and shooting up the movie theaters."
Yeah,
A and, yeah, that was interesting to say the least, but, thankfully, nothing bad had happened due to that film. It was actually a really good
right.
film. That attack on the film, honestly, was in poor taste. And, once again, another boycott that failed for the better. So, Alex vs. Evil, did they actually show Mortal Kombat 12, or was it just that bit of information in regards to, um, the CEO confirming it?
Fucking
Because,
Street Fighter looks amazing.
Street Fighter does look at me. If so, they confirmed that Mortal Kombat 12 is coming out this year. Imagine, and
Yeah,
Tekken 8 doesn't have an official release date, doesn't even have a release year, but imagine Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 12 all coming out the same year.
yeah.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to go with Street Fighter overall. Kind of gonna happen.
I don't know where to go with it. And I'm not a fighting game fanatic. I'm really terrible at fighting games. I more so love the lore. I love the characters. I love
Yeah.
the old school games more than anything else. Like, I would kill for a remaster of Tekken 3 or a remake that is like super like one for one with Tekken 3. Like, imagine redoing the music, making it modern, or having the option to go with the old school music, having all those
I
characters remodeled that look the same, that wearing the same outfits. Oh my god, yo. The
I
backgrounds,
never
all
I
the extra
never
shit.
I never played a Tekken game. I never played a Tekken game.
Damn.
I don't know
Tekken's
anything
fun,
about it.
man. Tekken's super fun.
Yeah.
3 was just so cool to me. Just watching the intro of 3. Like, when you get a chance, just watch the Tekken 3 intro. You'd be like, I understand why they was hyped for it back in the day, sort of deal. It was cool. Ah, King Metrochan said, Tekken 2 was my first. I never played Tekken 2. My first was Tekken 3, and it's still my favorite. It's still my favorite. Drew says Tekken 8 is definitely coming out next year. No way in hell that it'll come out this year.
You never know.
You never know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did come out next year. It might be in
The
Tekken 8's best interest to kind of just come out like maybe sometime early next year. Let like Street Fighter kind of have its moment, and then Mortal Kombat 12 also have its moment. Ooh, Red Cloud said Tekken 3 was his first video game. For me, it was Mortal Kombat Trilogy. But like, yo, that is so sick. That's a great way to start it off. I can tell why you still a gamer, bro. That was a great first impression.
mine's
That's a great first impression.
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers, oof. Not bad at all, buddy. Definitely not bad at all. Oh man.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm sorry. It goes even further back. It goes to like I have to say like fucking Frogger. Frogger is probably like my first video game I ever played.
I mean, one of my first video games I technically ever played was Tetris, and I got it like I didn't have it on a console or a system or like a hand. I bought like this little handheld device that was like an off-brand that had just Tetris on it. I played it like so much because I wanted a Game Boy Color, but my dad didn't want to get me one. So I begged for that little toy in like a car wash. And I put batteries in it
Mm.
and just played Tetris like all the time. Alex vs. Evil said he doesn't remember his first game. Let's see who else. Who else had a first game? My first game ever was probably Super Mario Bros. My first console that was mine was the N64. Not bad at all, bro. Not bad at all, MetPack.
Mine was the Sega Genesis for the first console I ever owned.
First console I ever
But
owned
for
was
like
the hmm?
but for like the family, it was a Nintendo.
Yeah. First console for me was the PS1, but like my first gaming device that was my first like gaming device was actually Game Boy Color. So does Cage like Nicolas Cage films? I'm actually not the biggest Nicolas Cage fan. There's definitely a few of his movies that I watch. Like Joe was a really good movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Joe is really good.
Aircon. Fuck yeah. Aircon's dope.
Got you. Cozy Beluga says, make Wolverine short again. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. I appreciate this message. No news about Injustice 3. Injustice 3 ain't coming out anytime soon. Nope. They're going full steam ahead toward with Mortal Kombat. They definitely want to capitalize on Mortal Kombat 11's success. Legion on FX was the most slept on Marvel show. Never tried it. Never tried it. I kind of just
What show?
avoid anything Marvel like the plague. It's called Legion.
I don't know. Oh wait,
Drew. Hmm?
hold on.
So,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna. Drew here says I never watched Joker yet. Honestly, you should. I think it's really good. It's genuinely a good
Oh, yeah.
movie. It's a lot like your taxi driver,
Yep.
falling down. It's in the same vein, but it's a modern take, and I think they did a really good job with it. I'm Man Slaglord says you've seen Face Off. I actually never seen Face Off.
The
It's
TV
one of
show?
those. No, the film with Nicolas Cage
Uh,
and what's his name? Fucking dude from Greece, I think, isn't
Service.
it?
John Travolta.
Yep. But guys, we about to jump into the topics. It's been an interesting week, man. I was like, I normally like to do like the off weeks when we don't have Two Reels for Feels podcast. I kind of like to do like one of these, just going over some of the topics in general. So yeah, man. I just want first off, man, and shout out to my homie Society Reviews. He's dude's freaking awesome. He actually, and the one thing I hate, I love bounding into comics. I think that they're awesome. But damn, some of their fucking ads are like people's nasty ass toes and fungus. So Be prepared for that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But Society wrote an article on Bounding Into Comics talking about the top 10 worst films of 2022, and I just thought it was hilarious because you could tell Society is just seething with anger and disgust that he had to go sit through all these.
You know he
So,
liked it. You know he liked it.
nah. Every time he came home from the movie theater, it was just in disgust and anger and just time wasted. But yeah, shout out to Bounding Into Comics. Know a lot of homies there, the good peoples. Jacob, aka Society Reviews, top 10 worst films of 2022. And he said another year and another lineup of the year's most abysmal film releases that Hollywood has to offer. You could just hear the anger and seething from having to sit through these fucking movies. 2022 was the year that woke progressive propaganda films crashed and burned at the box office.
Uh,
Here we go. I man coming with the hard questions, man. He said, Cassie, name 10 PC exclusive games that are graphically impressive and superior. Well, I say, sir, name 10 from the PlayStation. Do the same.
oh, oh, I know too.
Go for it. Shoot.
God of War, Ragnarok, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
Which are all going to be coming to PC.
Yeah, it's funny. That's about it.
I'm just saying, like, yo, don't you think that exclusives is like a last gen thing now?
Hey, I know it's fucked up. I can name more for Xbox.
But they're all on PC though.
That's true.
So they're
I
not
guess so.
exclusive. They're technically like console exclusive, but that's not
Hey,
truly exclusive.
that's true. It's still Microsoft exclusive now. If you think about it.
But that's like just grasping at straws. You could still
Hey,
technically get them elsewhere.
yeah, I can.
Like shit, the Lemonade King. Shout out to the Lemonade King. He got the Steam Deck and he's streaming Game Pass games on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, MetPack 420 exclusivity is dying, and that's a good thing. I mean, look, I don't have like an opinion on whether it's a good or a bad thing. For me
Ah,
personally, it's just whatever the creators want to do, whatever the companies that own these properties want to do is what they want to do and go with it. Like when personally, like back PS4, when PlayStation actually had like exclusives, they used to they didn't put their games on PC. And
no,
motherfuckers were saying, "Oh, that's anti-consumer. That's anti-consumer." I was there arguing that shit is not anti-consumer. That's their choice. You can't force a
right,
company to do shit that they don't want to do. That's their choice
right,
entirely. I defended that because that's true. Because if I owned something and I wanted it, where I wanted it, I don't want no motherfuckers to say, "Oh, I'm a bad person" or "I'm anti-consumer" because of that. No, that's a me option. Straight up. So I definitely I'm against people trying to force companies to do what they want to do in regards to like where they want to put their item, their IP, their intellectual property, whatever. It is what it is. I've always been the type of person I will go out of my way to buy the console I want if it means I get to play the games that I want. It is, that's just how I've always been. The Black Metal Gamer says, I'm done going back and forth with people about exclusive argument with Sony consoles. I love my PS5. The only reason I play that is because I don't care for PC games. I work 70 plus hours a week. Completely understandable, bro. I understand. I get it. I think that PC has a lot to offer. But I understand if people don't want to be there for it. The consoles will always exist. That is real. The consoles will always exist in some way, shape, or form because there's just people that just want just that console atmosphere. And that's completely fine. It's very simplistic. It gets the job done and it plays the games. And at the end of the day, we're all here to play games. However you want to do it, that's up to you. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, guys. So Jacob here says, while Top Gun Maverick dominated the box office, Hollywood's 2022 film lineup included child grooming, LGBTQ overrepresentation, terrible sequels, feminist revisionism, and rewriting of real-life history in numerous efforts that contributed to the low box office turnout since 9/11. We're talking about 2001 9/11. That's how bad the box office has been. That is, if Hollywood does not realize the decline they're on. soon they're gonna have to, make changes. They seem to be ignorant to it, but at some point they will cave, and they're starting to, I think, in my personal opinion. And 2022 has some stunningly bad films that absolutely no one wanted to watch, and we narrowed the list down to 10 of the worst movies of the year, starting at number 10, Halloween Ends. Yo, it's funny. Yo, speak of the devil. We got the homie himself, Society. What's good, bro? Oh shit. His mic is muted, but
It's funny. I just popped in here and I had no idea you were actually reading my worst of the year, which is kind of
yes,
funny when you think about it.
yes, I had to. I was reading the article and I could just hear your anger in your
But
words, and I'm just like, oh, this will be a fun read on the stream.
yeah, that's what I strive for every time I do one of these related events.
Yes, we
Just
can.
just
We
pure anger and rage.
we see your passion, sir. So it's good to have you here. I am reading your article, so I guess you could. I will read your words. You can listen to my voice, but your number 10 was Halloween Ends. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a climax in the final installment of the trilogy. Yo, this movie was fucking dog shit, and I am a super Halloween fan. Yo, I have right here, right to the side. I have a whole list of my favorite Halloween films right here. I I love Halloween. I always have these films ready to go, ready to fire, ready to throw on the Blu-ray. Oh, real quick, Alex vs Evil, thank you so much. Welcome to the Cult of Cage. Enjoy the access to Discord. I appreciate it, bro. I really do. It's definitely gonna be some fun stuff up in there. If you have any pets, please show us your fur babies. Okay, that's pretty much my big push right now. But we do have a little community growing over there. Just launched the Discord. I actually invited you to that Discord society. I don't know if you got the invite, but I hounded you with multiple invites because fuck you.
Yeah, I noticed that by the way. Thanks.
Good, yes. But yeah, and you have to tell homies, look at this shit. Look at the toe. Can y'all tell Bounding to stop with the fungi toe?
Yeah, that's above my pay grade. You have to talk to either John or Spencer about that one.
Like, yo, I would love to advertise Bounding into comics on my live streams, but this is crazy right now, and it won't go away. Even though I do have like ad blocker on and everything, it's rough out here. Hey, yes, Alex vs Evil with the icons. Yes, thank you, sir. And look, you got this little cult classic cage, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's what's up.
Lord.
Man, don't be hating, bro. And he started off the list as one of the worst endings of a film trilogy in cinematic history. Halloween Ends wraps things up with a stunning exercise on making the wrong creative decision every step of the way. From those hoping to see Michael Myers butcher as many people as possible, this is not the film for you. Yo, it's so true, man. This is not Halloween Ends is just nothing like Halloween should be, man. I just
It's a what is it called? Like one of those young rom-coms, like for like the first like hour and 30 minutes of the film, one of those YA movies, and then you're sitting there like, isn't Michael supposed to be killing people now? Like what the fuck am I watching?
yeah, it's such a disappointment, and we were I was under the impression that there's no way Halloween Ends could be nearly as bad as Halloween Kills, and holy shit, I was wrong. I was shocked. Like, and I know Oz, you hated that shit too, right?
Oh, it's hilarious. The best part, we got the kid got Falcon kicked off the fucking steps.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Oh yeah, that it literally got yeeted off the steps and just died. And
Fucking
dude just like
kid.
ran out the window.
Oh my god, y'all are terrible. Astro Suit,
That shit was
thank you
hilarious.
so much for the sub. I really appreciate it, fam. It's good to have
I
you
would have I would have jumped out the window and then came out of the door, be like, "Oh my god, what happened? I only left
Oh
for
my
like 5 minutes."
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually like an interesting way to start the film, like that shock factor. But then after that, the film just goes off a cliff for like the next fucking hour. And then like the last like 20 minutes of the movie is where the movie starts, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, why is this like this?
You know, why are these people like this? That's what I say to myself every single day.
Yep, and you even say, in fact, Michael Myers doesn't even appear until almost an hour into the runtime, and You want to see him kill, you'll have to wait an additional 30 minutes from top to bottom. Halloween Ends is a massive waste of time. 106 minutes of runtime is wasted on characters that uh don't care about as the mainstay characters are completely removed from the story. Yeah, that's the weird thing, man. Like you built up these characters for 2 movies just to like have them essentially become like side characters in their own like conclusion, their
Yeah.
own finale movie. The one positive thing I can say about Halloween is that it wasn't like over 2 fucking hours long. At least they were
Yeah.
self-aware
It
that they need
wasn't?
to wrap that shit up
I thought
pretty
it
fast.
was.
It feels
I
like
felt like
it,
it was fucking forever.
but in fact, it wasn't that long. And where movies nowadays feel as though they need to be like 3 fucking hours. Littered with plot and character included stupidity throughout. Ridiculous is the only word to describe the. Yeah, I hated it. It was trash. 9 was Don't Worry, Darling. To be honest, I thought this would be higher on your list. 1950s housewife moving with her husband into uh op- ah up. What is this word? What is this?
What
Opaine?
word?
Say it one more time.
Oh,
Oh,
Pain?
Utopian.
Utopian?
Utopian.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can I get a definition, sir?
You know, people will say that, oh, this is utopia. It's basically a pipe dream where everyone thinks
Oh.
that, oh yeah, our life is gonna be totally great, and once we do these type of things, it's a lot of the way a lot of young people think about communism. If we just go full communist, everything's gonna be fine.
Pretty much, yes. Experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. Now, oh no, this one that is involved with the Me Too movement has paved the way for a multitude of films over the last few years. Ugh.
Oh yeah, Miss what's her Olivia Wilde,
Oh
the
yeah,
girl
that whole
who
situation.
the BFF of Harvey Weinstein, who tried to throw Shia LaBeouf under the bus and got exposed, and then slept with her co-star while she was dating Jason Sudeikis, and got, what was it, child custody papers served during her promotional tour. So,
Oh my god. Well, that's
oh yeah,
crazy.
and by the way, I almost forgot. Her co-star hates her guts and refused to promote the movie with her. So
All
there was a
right.
lot going on with
Florence
this movie.
Pugh, right? Some
Yep.
said fuck that. Yeah. I never watched that. Thankfully so. Thor Love and Thunder. I know that, you're still some Marvel fans for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I
They
don't know why
probably
you
a
guys are still
co-star.
around.
Yo. The fourth entry to the Marvel Studio tonally inconsistent Thor franchise. It's crazy how many plot holes are in the MCU and people still take it seriously.
Well, that's the thing. They created what's essentially like a cinematic, like TV show of all of these movies. But the reality is that none of these directors and writers have any like relation to one another, so they don't even know the continuity of the old film that they're writing for.
No. Black Metal Gamer said Rambo Last Blood was a solid, short and sweet movie that wasn't 3 hours long and had controversy. Yeah, apparently, I do remember that. I haven't seen it. Yo, Zach, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you
I
as
think the
always.
controversy was people were whining that the bad guys were like Mexican drug cartels because brown people can't be bad guys in movies anymore.
Oh yeah, here Black Metal Gamer says, quote, Cult of Cage, watching Nick Cage movies, playing David Cage games, and favorite songs by Smashing Pumpkins despite all my rage. I'm still just a rat in a cage. I need to
Way too
make that
much
into a
cage.
I need to turn that into a song for like my intro. There we go. That would be awesome. You can make a black metal song for me, Black Metal Gamer, using those lyrics. I would appreciate it. DC animated movies better than Marvel movies? Yeah, I mean, a lot of DC animated films is dope as hell. Yo, Dope Nader, what's good? Nah, you don't have to be sorry that you're late, bro. It's always good to have you, man. Don't ever feel like I don't want like I'm not entitled to anyone's time, man. I just appreciate you coming through, honestly. That's really how I feel about all that. I thought the controversy was that Rambo wasn't the Rambo character. I don't really remember. I haven't seen that movie. I need to though. But to be fair, the only like Rambo movie I've seen is First Blood, which is one of my favorite action movies, but I don't really care to watch the other ones. I heard the last one was pretty decent though. Yo, Zach, what's good with you, homie?
Not much, just chilling.
I'm just doing just like a casual live stream, just talking about shit that's happened during the week.
You haven't seen Rambo, like the one in Burma?
No, I've only seen First Blood.
Oh my goodness, that one's great.
Is it better than First Blood though?
I wasn't a fan of First Blood, so I mean, I may not have any credibility here. But the last Rambo, the one that just came out recently, and then Rambo is great. Are great.
I do
Both
want to
great.
see the last one because I heard that one was like really, really good.
It like yeah, it's good.
All right.
I remember watching it a couple years ago. I think I gave it a pretty solid rating.
It was on Amazon, I believe, or when I watched it last, it was on Amazon, and that was sometime last year.
Yeah. All right. So, Rambo: Blood is brutal, violent, and pulls no punches, and in a way, Home Alone for adults. Yo, you're selling it to me, bro. I like all of that. So Damon's Ghost said he has seen all the Rambos. Are all the Rambos worth watching in their own right, or some of them just downright silly? That's my question. Because it's like I just don't really feel like I needed to see another Rambo after the first one. Um,
Oh
I
man,
am interested in the last one. I could be
Uh,
perhaps coerced into watching other sequels. Perhaps, maybe.
I
They've been
think you
kind
should
of
watch Rambo.
pretty decent. You should. It's pretty good.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I'll think about it. I can't make promises because I do have a lot of other stuff that I also need to watch. But, yeah. I honestly just I love First Blood. I'm like I do low key want to punch King Sink over here for not being a fan. But have you seen shit? Have you seen any of these movies thus far? Sink. Halloween Ends. Don't Worry, Darling. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, you know the 3 movies we've done so far.
Yes. Just want to get your general thoughts. I guess no. Probably for the better. If if you as a movie viewer have not seen any of these 3 movies,
Right.
then you're on a
You're
good
not
track
missing
record.
anything.
You're on a good track record this far as in regards to your movie watching in 2022. They got me with Halloween Ends. But yeah,
They suckered you. They
Can you hear me?
suckered you in.
yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. My microphone got disconnected for some reason. Anyways, so I've watched Halloween's End. It is all right. So I'm a fan of. I'm going to be criticized here. I am a fan of the Rob Zombie version of Halloween.
You know what? I
I also
rewatched
like.
them
They're
though.
good.
I rewatched
I-
them though,
They're
and
not
I
bad.
actually enjoyed them more than I did when I was a
Yeah,
teenager.
they're not
Um,
bad.
but like
They're not good,
those.
but they're not bad either.
So you have the original, right? And then you
Hmm.
have Rob Zombie, which I like his. He's very dark and very brutal. I
Yeah.
like it. But then you have this. Then you have Halloween Ends, which is almost like think of like war, right? There's massive violence, but for no reason, and just a bunch of people are dying that have just to die. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
it's it's crazy. It's a ridiculous movie in my opinion.
Trying to see what I did with my copy of Christine.
And it's
I don't know what I
so
did with it.
generic.
Literally, Halloween Ends is just a shitty attempt to remake Christine, and then Michael Myers is just there for some fucking reason. That's literally all it boils down to. Sad to have to say it. Uh, the filmmakers of Halloween Ends have the only thing they told me with this film is that they're massive fanboys of John Carpenter and wanted to copy Christine. And for some reason, John Carpenter didn't call him out on it because John Carpenter has openly said he just wants to collect a paycheck. So it's literally just what it is.
I mean, wouldn't you want to do that? I mean, you've already
Oh yeah,
solidified yourself,
I
so
ain't mad at him. He has said that he never wanted to see a sequel ever after the original. But guess what? They keep making them and making them and making them. And he said, "Fuck it. My name is on the title of the original, and I receive a big fat paycheck every time they remake one of these cocksuckers. So
you
I'm
ever
just
watch
gonna go with
Christopher
it."
Wood? Season of the Witch. Did you ever watch that one?
Yeah, yeah, I love Season of the Witch. I hated it as a
Really?
kid, but as an adult,
I
watching
hate
it
it.
on its own and just judging it for
I
what
still
it
hate it.
is, it's a good Halloween film. It definitely puts you in the mood for Halloween.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
just not a good it's not a Michael Myers movie. If you can
No.
accept that and you could just watch it as it is, it's silly, but it's an entertaining season of Halloween
It's good for it's good
Would
for
you
really
think?
kids.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is J-Lo. So number 7 is Marry Me. Why does J-Lo make so many movies about getting married?
Because at the
Fiction
time of this
lifestyle.
movie, she was a 52-year-old bachelor who needed to be reminded that she's still awesome.
Oh no. Jesus. Well, anyway,
How many
trash.
times
Clearly,
was he
even
married?
looking at her history, she's had a very good love life from, P. Diddy to Mark Anthony to Ben Affleck on 3 occasions now.
And currently Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Derek Jeter
she
wasn't
She
Derek
talk with
Jeter
him again.
one?
Oh, yeah.
no, Alex Rodriguez,
Alex
not Derek
Rodriguez.
Jeter.
Okay.
Derek Jeter wouldn't fuck up like that. He's one of the dudes that has never fucked up as far as I can tell.
He was with the chick from Friday Night Lights, Mia.
Well, Derek Jeter slept with pretty much every actress in Hollywood when he was with the Yankees back in the day, so.
And guess what? He was still clean as fuck about it all too. Big respect,
Yep.
big shout out to Derek Jeter. I was always and will always be a super fan girl. Damn. Neo Zoe said marry me. More like don't marry me. Pretty much, bro.
Oh,
Pretty much.
Have you
Well,
watched the
if they
movie?
call it the movie Red Flag, no one would go see it, so.
Damn.
Have y'all seen the
Uh,
menu?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, it's actually like it makes sense. It's literally a satire of the restaurant industry. It's kind of
See,
funny.
here's the thing. Everyone keeps saying that, oh no, they're just making fun of the rich people. It's like, no, they're not. They are the rich people. There's no satire to be had here. It's a stupid effing movie, and everything about the movie is done. From the opening second, I think I even wrote this in my review. From the opening second, I knew exactly where this film was going right away, and it's not that hard to follow. And then the ending is so dumb, I almost walked out if it wasn't that part of the ending for me. So no, I
Damn.
know people are trying to defend this movie, and I was like, no, this movie deserves to be on the list at number 6 for being dumb.
Glad I missed out on that one. Number 5 is Scream.
Oh, before we go back to the Scream, because that's shitty movie, let's go back up just real quick on that picture of Anna Taylor-Joy, because we got into an argument with this earlier this week
Okay.
about this chick, yeah, her right there. I don't know who thinks that she's attractive, but it's like she's already like horrendously butchered her face to the point where she looks like a frail anorexic. It's like who is like simping for this woman? Like, please explain to me how this became a thing.
You know the smart girl from
paid
Buffy
for
the Vampire Slayer? She looks like an ugly version of her.
Yeah, she's like that girl. She lost like 40 pounds, and she was already skinny to begin with.
Yo, Bowsette, what's good? Completely missed the alert. No worries. Glad you're here. Really appreciate you coming through. It's we're just bullshitting. Got society reviews here to hang out with us. Let me post your info real quick. But next on the list is Scream. Why do you hate this movie so much, sir? I keep hearing that it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Why do you hate it, sir?
So this movie is fucking stupid. The only reason why this movie exists is because they decided that we need to keep the Scream franchise alive, but we want to get rid of all the old white actors from the Scream franchise and essentially replace them with brown counterparts. And then here you have, this is what you have for this movie, Scream. So that's all the movie does. It just replaces everyone with like gay brown people, and then towards the end they make the bad guy of the movie people who hated The Last Jedi, and that's how we ended up getting this movie is Scream. So I know people are pretending to be excited about the new Scream that's coming up. It's like, no, I saw the old movie, so it's like I'm pretty sure this new one's gonna suck too.
That's
That was quite elegant.
it's interesting to say the least. I must admit. I didn't realize that that the enemy is a representation of
They
people who
they
hated The Last
they
Jedi. How the
literally
fuck?
turned the villain of this film into quote unquote toxic fan bases, and that's who the villain is.
I
And
like
people
Shaggy
pretend
as
like
the
it was
villain.
amazing.
That's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of mental gymnastics involved here. I must say. Um, I'm glad I didn't watch that one either, but then again, I was dragged to see, what was it, Scream 4 back in the day, and I regretted that, and I don't think I would ever watch another Scream movie again other than perhaps the first 2, and even that's kind of a reach. Oh, this movie! Number 4 is Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Huh. I've been
Yeah.
wanting to see that movie. Actually, it's an A24 movie, right?
Yep.
I like
This
Hey,
is
did
those
a
movies.
Cooking Bear come out?
Yeah, so this is a movie that annoyed me, like literally in the opening frame. It starts off with like a minute long lesbian kiss between these two, and I like literally got like a migraine like in the first minute of this movie. And the whole setup is that it's a bunch of rich assholes at a party in like a mansion, and they think that there's like a serial killer out that's like picking everybody off. And then you turn to find out towards the end of the movie there was never a serial killer. That they're just fucking retarded and they were killing themselves accidentally the entire time. And then that was the movie. So yeah. Oh, wait, by the
Damn.
way, Pete Davidson's in it too. So
That's all I know about it. Well, in
Yikes.
A24
Cooking
makes up pretty
Cooking
decent
Bear's out,
movies.
right? Like,
Uh-oh.
what's
Here's
Cooking
a controversial one. Number
Oh
3
god.
is The Woman King.
yeah, this is the movie that Hollywood tried for an entire year to gaslight you into thinking was a good movie. They were actually pretending to be upset that Viola Davis didn't get a fucking Oscar for this shitty ass film. This is a movie where they literally take the real life history of an African tribe who was known for being like one of the most brutal like human traffickers of their time in the 18th century, and not only that, but kind of directly responsible for the pan-Atlantic slave trade that people to this day complain about. But in this movie, no, we're gonna make them strong black women who attack the white oppressors and make them the heroes. And don't look into any of the real history about who these people truly were when they were like decapitating like children and like throwing them into slavery and stuff like that. No, just focus on strong black women. That's all you need to focus on.
Yeah, with this movie, and I didn't really speak on it because it's like, I mean, I didn't necessarily do the research to know, but yeah, I do hear that it's so historically incorrect that it does make, this tribe that literally helped, the
Yeah,
slave trade,
like I said,
literally
they
did the hard work for the transatlantic slave trade, and they put
yeah
them on a pedestal, man. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the real life history is quite brutal. They enslaved children. They sold children to slavery. They killed off the elderly in their village. They brutalized their own people. And on this film, they tried to turn him into a hero. Then it's funny because in the film, they're supposed to be like these super soldiers going up against like the Spanish and like the French, like all the colonizers. But in real life, they got absolutely wrecked in real battles against the white guys with guns. So everything about this movie is complete fiction.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, like, I brought up a film that like I liked watching as a kid. I still like watching it every so often. That's 1,000,000 years BC, and that one's completely historically incorrect. But like, it's not like discussing like a serious fucking topic such as slavery. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. So it's like I don't mind films that are historically inaccurate, but with serious subject matter that it completely just rewrites the history of that. That's egregious to me. Like that's just too fucking much, man. And yes, R.I.P. Raquel Welch, total fucking badass for a time. But yeah, it's disappointing that people actually want to believe a lie. Like that's not cool, man. And
Mhm.
Hollywood just wants to switch things up, man, and just ignore history and uh, for like social political
This
reasons. And
this film was literally made for the We Was Kangs people, like unironically.
yeah, it's
Good marketing though, right?
I mean
Yeah.
to get people to believe the complete opposite of what actually happened.
Well, it
And
says
number 2,
inspired, right?
number
It says inspired on true events.
well, I mean, it's about as like close to trying to depict history wrongly on purpose as it gets, I guess,
You
right?
seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? That was inspired off true events, and they made
That's
a whole
actually
new
proven
serial
to be
killer out of Ed
bullshit though.
Gein.
No, that's proven to be bullshit. Like they said that it's based off of true events, but it turns out it's complete bullshit.
Well, Ed Gein he was a taxidermist,
Yeah,
right?
from what I
I
do
think he
know.
did have a similar mask.
Mm. But yeah, number 2 is not okay. I guess that clearly the film was not okay. It's clearly shit,
Yeah.
right?
So a little backstory about this film. Zoe Dutch, the white girl on the left here, I actually saw her in a movie a few years back called Buffalo, which is also on Hulu. By the way, that movie was actually really good, where she basically plays like a really scummy, like debt scammer, and that's actually a very like funny, interesting movie, and I recommend that one. But this one, I was like, well, maybe it's a little bit more of the same because you see the trailer for this film, and it makes you think that this film could go either way. You just don't know which way it's gonna go. So I gave it a chance, and that was a big fucking mistake. So this film is about a girl who lives in New York. She works with a bunch of SJW, lefty, gay, progressive people. She's absolutely miserable. She has no friends. So she decides that she's gonna fake a trip to Paris on Instagram, right? She's gonna make people believe that she was in Paris and that she was living a great life. Well, a terrorist attack happens in Paris while she's faking that she went to Paris. So she comes back and has to live like this lie that, oh yeah, I survived the terrorist attack. And she becomes kind of like a local hero because she survives. And then she befriends the chick on the right, the black chick on the right, who plays the female David Hogg, who's a school shooting survivor who goes to activism events and complains about why there's so many guns like around here. So the movie's pretty much obnoxious on like every single level you can possibly think of. And of course, the inevitable happens where they find out the whole thing is like one big lie. And you think that there's going to be some kind of like, come to Jesus slash, redemption moment somewhere towards the end of this film. No, they just let you know for the remainder of the film that the white girl's a piece of shit, that she's not going to get redemption, and that she should probably fucking kill herself because the ending of this movie is a 5 minute long spoken word poem about how big of a piece of shit this girl actually is. And then the ending, she just gets up out of the auditorium and then walks off, and then you get end credits. It's like it's not even a real ending to a movie. And I just sat there as like, what the fuck was this? Why did I even waste my time on this movie? This was my worst movie of the year for a good portion of the year, just how angry it made me. Like physically, like I wanted to punch someone. Like I
Oh
wanted to
my
punch
god.
him. I wanted to take somebody's like dog and like kick them off of a bridge. Like that's how angry this film made me.
Oh my god. Real quick, Where's the Paradise brings up a good point. He said revisionist history isn't a big deal. Stories have done that for years and years. Look at Wolfenstein. That problem is when there's a message being pushed rather than doing it for fun. Exactly, bro. I'm totally okay with like revisionist history just to tell a fun story, but when you're literally just trying to rewrite history in order to, essentially teach history to people in a false way to make them think something that simply is not true. That's malicious intent
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, well, 1000%. Just like what we show with the Proud Family when they're trying to like get you to believe, oh, slaves totally built this country. This country was built on nothing but oppression and then nothing else. Like that's revisionist history because they're trying to get you to believe their bullshit. So yeah, 100%. Real quick, I want to ask a couple of points in the chat. Browsette said it was not okay a male bashing movie. No, it wasn't. But it was one of those movies where it's like it was almost self-aware because they're essentially telling a story about how miserable progressive white women live in these big cities like LA and New York. And it was almost so revealing. They were almost snitching on themselves, which at one point I was like, I don't know exactly what story this thing is telling, but it's like if Ben Shapiro wrote this movie, people will be bitching and whining about it, right? Saying that, oh, he's just doing another right wing like hate movie. But this is one written by like their own. So that was kind of like the setup here. And then another one, I think it was Doba Fett here, said that Zoe Dutch is the daughter of Leah Thompson. You may remember her playing Michael J. Fox's mom in was it Back to the Future? And she's got
Okay.
acting. And I say this, like she was pretty much the reason why I watched this movie because like I have seen her in things that I've actually like generally liked. Like I said, Buffalo is a very good movie. The second Zombieland movie wasn't very good, but she was like one of the good things about that film. So I've seen her in things where she has been good, and I thought maybe this would be another one, but yeah, that was clearly wrong about that.
Mm. Yeah, I get you. Um, MetPack 420 says, what they've done with the Proud Family is criminal. Used to love that show. The new show makes me sick. Damn. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like the general consensus is unfortunately this show isn't really it doesn't feel like the same thing. It just
No, because activists, modern progressive activists, have completely hijacked the show. To now they want to indoctrinate your children with the show rather than entertain your kids. So now we have to have episodes about why it's wrong for black men to only date white women, and if you're a white woman who's dating a black guy who only dates white women, you need to break up with him in order to have solidarity with your black friends, your black female friends, or something like that. Just absolute, just garbage nonsense. That's not entertainment. It's just pure indoctrination and bullshit.
Damn. So, Words of Paradise here. I just like basically I'm gonna read what he said and just your general thoughts. He said, "I'm not gonna defend not okay, but I will say this does have some basis in reality." Stand-up comedian Steve Renazet Renazizi, holy shit!
Anazazi or something like that.
There you go.
Some
Lied
rocky
about
name.
being being at ground zero at 9/11, and there was no redemption for him. When the truth came out, how many of you guys have ever heard of him at this point? So this movie's ending as described does make sense realistically. I will say though, it's like for me personally, like that dude, yes, but there's another dude that lied about like being involved in like an attack, a military level of attack. I forget who the fuck it was,
I was
but
Brian.
the
He was
dude
on the
on
Tonight
TV.
Show.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he lied
Yeah.
about that shit. And it's like, well, since he's like, a part of a certain side, I guess, like it's okay. Or they didn't make a big deal out of it. Like,
Well,
it's one of those things.
who's the news guy who claimed that he was undertaking sniper fire or something like that in
Yeah, yeah,
Iraq?
him.
It turns out
Him.
that that story was just complete bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it was Anderson Cooper? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't Anderson Cooper. It was like dude, who was that dude? It was like Dan Rather or somewhere, like one of those two guys, like the CBS guys. I can't remember exactly who it
Boba Fett
was, but
said it. It was
someone did.
Brian Williams.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah, Doba Fett got it right, Brian Williams. Yeah, that shit was fucked up, man. It's so gross. Real quick, thank you so much, NY Yanks. I really appreciate the $10, bro. Totally didn't have to. Homeboy said, "I'm gonna drop this shit like a rock. Don't have to say nothing. The money speaks for itself." I appreciate you, bro. That is a dude I've known well before I've done YouTube, like years before. He's always been cool with me. He's always supported me. Always comes through and supports. Thank you so much, man. It really does mean a lot. I notice a lot of people like lately. There's some people that I've known many years that don't fuck with me no more just because I do YouTube. I've known them many years before I did YouTube, and they don't fuck with me. And then I noticed those people that fucked with me before I did YouTube and still fuck with me, maybe
That's
even
really
more so
crazy.
now. So
Well, I tell you one thing, I will always be here to fuck with you. So there you go.
yeah, I can at least depend on you for that. But let's see. All right, going to the last. Ooh, you know what? I'm not surprised. The last one, the worst movie of 2022 was Bros.
Yeah, the movie that got me nuked off of Letterbox because apparently I can't criticize movies that try to groom kids into degenerate lifestyles. That's not allowed on Letterbox. So, yeah, number one overall is Bros, a movie about Billy Eichner being a gay degenerate living in New York City, having sex with a bunch of men in random places, going to orgies all around the place, talking about gender reveal gay orgies, which I'm pretty sure is something that Child Protective Services should look into before letting people adopt kids. But that's a story for another day. Yeah, everything about this movie, which is absolutely disgraceful, degenerate, and then I have absolutely nothing redeeming to say about this film whatsoever. So yeah, number one with a bullet, as people would say.
Yo, like I always die laughing. One of our homies, Rick
Mhm.
Aragon, he said that he was supposed to go to the movies with his gay friend to see
He got
this movie.
ghosted by his own gay
His
friend.
gay friend ghosted him because even his gay friend didn't even want to see this shit. Damn, Bowsette said I'm bi and would never watch Bros. Yeah, it just looked like a really stupid ass movie. It doesn't matter, the fucking sexuality. Like it's just stupid. It's just stupid bullshit that nobody wants to see, including
And what
people
makes
part
it
of
worse
LGBT.
is that Billy Eichner is an insufferable douche, and he actually decided to write a movie about himself and is somehow shocked that no one went to go see this movie. Not even gay people wanted to go to a movie theater for 2 hours and 15 minutes and watch a movie about him. So
Yeah. But I literally didn't watch 9 of these 10 movies, thankfully. It's better that I missed, 9 of them and one stinker than having seen 9 stinkers and missed one. So, yeah, sucks to be you, society. I do feel bad
yeah.
that you had to sit through that shit. But next topic is you guys aware of Shinji Mikami by name?
That sounds like some Japanese dude that only
Yeah.
nerdigans would know on a first name basis.
He's creator
Okay.
of Resident Evil, right?
Yes, yes, and apparently he's leaving Tango Gameworks, which is
Man, that
a
sucks.
Bethesda software company that now technically Microsoft owns. And from what I've heard, he's decided to officially retire. So that honestly, like the depth to this dude's contributions. Like this dude, like when I look at him, he's like up there with like some of the greatest visionaries, especially at the dawn of the 3D era of gaming. Like the dude is a huge visionary. I think that we're coming to the reality where the true visionaries of gaming, like the early like gaming fucking late
Pioneers.
80s, and the 90s creators that really did all the innovative work, that really were the ones that made gaming what it is today. They're leaving, man. Homie from Smash Bros, he's in semi-retirement. That sucks, man. And you know what? I'm happy for him because the Smash Bros creator, I forget his name, but that dude would overwork himself to the point of putting himself in a hospital. So I'm glad to see that he's kind of in semi-retirement, taking it easy, because that dude would kill himself to just put out a Smash Bros practically. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, it like shit. Let's just go into this dude's body of work just to show you guys that it's sad that we're losing a great one, man. But this dude started out with basic Capcom game, but second thing that he worked on in 91 was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He was a designer for that.
Damn.
That's how far back this dude goes. He was a planner for Disney's Aladdin. I don't know if you guys played the Goof Troop game in 93. I never played. I was born in 93. But
Played Aladdin.
yeah, he was a planner for Disney's Aladdin. But where he made a huge name for himself was being the director for the OG Resident Evil in 96. And he created, one of the most iconic video games ever. We're about to get a remake of RE4. Like, this dude has pushed gaming, especially if you're a survival horror fan. All these years later, his work still is represented in modern day. Like, we're literally about to see RE4 in upcoming weeks, man. But he's worked on Resident Evil 2, Dino Crisis. He was the director and producer for Dino Crisis. Our Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Code Veronica, Dino Crisis 2. He was an advisor for Onimusha Warlords. Onimusha was actually supposed to be a feudal Japan Resident Evil game, which technically it is, but they renamed it Onimusha. He was an executive producer for Devil May Cry, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Like, bro, the amount of games under this guy's belt. Hats off to Shinji Mikami, man. He was an executive producer for Beautiful Joe. This dude has an amazing list of games. Director of God Hand. I have not played God Hand, but I heard that is like a cult classic. I do want to check it out at some point. And he was a director for Vanquish. I actually own Vanquish. I haven't played it yet, but I do want to check out Vanquish. Shadows of the Damned, I've heard of. Yeah, I've heard of that. I heard that was pretty fucking good in its own right too. And his last most well-known thing that he's done really is the Evil Within and Evil Within 2, which is, a spiritual successor to Resident Evil. And I know my homie TJ was really hoping to see the Evil Within 3 because he really does like the Evil Within, and doesn't seem like we're gonna get that. So
Oz said that there was a lot of cameo stuff for a lot of in Hi-Fi Rush they alluded to a lot of different things
yeah,
regarding.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of references there, and Evil Within is definitely referenced. So people were kind of like thinking, man, maybe we'll get a Evil Within 3 soon. But unfortunately, doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. Maybe they'll make an Evil Within without him, but I think without him, I don't think many people are gonna take it that seriously. Would you guys be interested in Evil Within 3 without Shinji Mikami?
But who knows how far along they are with it with already.
I don't know. I don't. To be honest, who the fuck knows in the grand scheme of
Same.
things? They just launched. They just came out with Ghostwire Tokyo early last year, and they were working on Hi-Fi Rush. So I don't know. I don't think that there's an Evil Within 3 coming out anytime soon. Derpnator says he wants a Code Veronica X remake, please. A lot of people have
Oh,
been asking for that. A lot.
I want a Dino Crisis remake.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would definitely be down for that. I never got to play Dino Crisis. I would love to because I mean, fucking fighting off dinosaurs sounds cool to me.
Without
Where's
janky ass controls.
yeah. Yo, Eastern Conference Gaming, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you, fam. Everything's cool. We're just having a chill Friday night. Just talking about some of the things. We're just talking about movies, the worst of the year. Society wrote an article and he came through to basically give us his you know, uh, too long didn't
Too
read
long didn't
sum up
read rundown.
sum up of it all. But damn. So Bowsette said I heard Shadow of the Damned was bad, and Words of Paradise says Shadow of the Damned doesn't hold up. Sadly, damn. I heard that was kind of like a cult classic. He said, Words of Paradise said Shinji Mikami wrote one of the single greatest games ever, Resident Evil 4. This masterpiece still holds up. The man is my gaming hero. Yeah. Yeah, I know that definitely hurt you hearing that, but if he does decide to retire, I heard that he wanted to maybe do like one last big game before he hangs it up entirely. Imagine it'd be kind of fucked up if Sony ended up picking him up from Xbox and being like, "Hey, here's all the money in the world. Make a masterpiece." Like, imagine that shit. That'd be pretty crazy.
You hear
But
that Brinks truck backing up in his backyard right now?
huh?
You hear that Brinks truck backing up in his backyard right now?
Just dropping the piles of money. Please make a game. Just his name alone being attached to anything is gonna make anyone interested. Oh my
So,
god,
you
Bowsette
know,
said the wokest within 3 is what I expect. Without Shinji Mikami, I'm assuming. Damn. Jesus.
no faith.
No faith. Oh man. Yeah, but it's really sad to see that the dude's going. I
Does
mean, if
this
he
mean that we're not going to get an Outbreak File 2?
I guess not.
Son of a bitch.
You're fucked. It is what it is, bro.
That's cool. I still got my PS2.
Damn. Yep. And I'm still collecting for my PS2, so
Yep.
I think you mean Outbreak File 3. We got a File 2. Ah, back on PS2. Interesting. Hell no, I got no faith. You see what they did to Saints Row and Tomb Raider? Damn.
Wait till you see what happens in GTA 6.
Are you
Oh
so
my god.
I
I don't even want to
actually
think of that.
you know what? But from what we saw from the leaks, at first when they said like Rockstar kind of got rid of all like the people that actually made GTA games fun with their crazy quirky ass
Yeah, so
selves.
all the wokies went and basically kicked out all the cool people, the guys who were actually making good video games because they were being toxic. So now all the wokies are the only ones who are left now. So good luck with that one.
Well, it's one of those things where I was concerned when we first got that report, but I will say seeing some of the gameplay leak has me a little bit like I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet. I mean,
You have hope.
yeah, look, I'm just going off of what I've seen. It seems like GTA to me. We still have to wait and see how dialogue is going to be and all that, but I'm not gonna just jump to conclusions on it. I don't like to necessarily be that way, even though I tend to just not have hope in anything. So that way I'll be thoroughly surprised. Or just dead inside as usual. And I mean, so the leaks for the new Tomb Raider I heard were some fucking stupid bullshit where Lara Croft's a lesbo now. So
Of course
yeah,
she is.
I'm scared for that. I'm sorry, I'm scared.
Anything that was liked by men needs to be teared down and destroyed because men aren't allowed to like things anymore.
I mean, I don't know. Some of y'all dudes be talking about y'all don't mind watching two girls kiss sort of deal. So
Yeah, I mean, not now.
damn. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at Tomb Raider like, oh god. I actually like the trilogy that they had for Tomb Raider, given Lara Croft sucks. But I think the gameplay was really fun, so
I have a question.
shoot.
What did y'all think about the Tomb Raider movie, the one that came out recently?
Oh, that was
I
awful.
hated it.
Yeah,
I watched that
not
movie
great.
on acid, and it was terrible.
Well, it couldn't have been any worse because I watched it sober and I hated it.
Yeah, I watched it sober as well. The CGI was fucking god awful. It was
Plus, there
so
was a lot of running on a treadmill in the forest.
it was so weird to me because it's like they just so badly wanted to try and make her seem like a down to earth person, like be despite her being super rich, and it's like you totally didn't have to do this at all. Just let her be rich and use it to her best ability.
Oh, she
Like
can't be rich because rich people are bad. You have to feel
it's-
bad about being rich.
says the fucking rich people themselves that don't feel bad about fucking being rich at all when they spend their money on fucking bullshit anyway.
That's the problem. Like all of these movies and TV shows be like, "Oh, rich people are bad. Rich people are evil." It's like you are the rich people, you assholes. It's
Yeah.
like, no, not us millionaires. We're good people. We're talking about the billionaires. Like, fuck off.
Pretty much, yeah, that whole thing, I just hated that. Um, it was just kind of just awful, man. They just made it seem like Laura wasn't really that smart at all. She didn't really she had to earn her money, her wealth that her father left behind. Basically, she's just chasing her father being the one that was like the true visionary. And that's
Felt
just
like
Yeah, I
disappointing,
mean, if
so
you were going to do a Laura Croft with daddy issues, you might as well just kept Angelina Jolie. Like, what was even the point?
That's a
well,
good plan for you.
yeah, well, I'm just gonna pretend that movie doesn't exist anymore. There is some good news that we have that I'm thoroughly happy about, guys, and that is that Hogwarts Legacy earns $850 million and sells more than 12 million units in the first 2 weeks, guys.
Oh, you mean that all those psycho trans activists who were complaining about someone who wasn't even in the game at all
Yeah.
failed miserably?
Yes, yes, I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it, guys. Um, honestly, I think the game is truly deserving of its success. It really is a damn good RPG. It's not perfect, but this was a double A developer that made a true triple A game, and there's a lot of detail here. There's a lot of care for the lore from what I've heard from Harry Potter fans. I myself am not a Harry Potter fan. I just am judging it based on its RPG elements and the gameplay and this fantasy world. I think that overall it's super immersive. If you're into like being immersed in a world, like I love that. I love to get lost. That's why I love like stuff like Days Gone. I was just like lost in that zombie world, just living and surviving, and I just found it very interesting. Like Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy does a really good job of being immersive. I'm still working on it. Not done yet. I got about 24 hours in the game. There's a lot to do for sure. There's a lot of content there. I've been thoroughly enjoying it, man. I hope there's a J.K. Rowling mod. Alex vs. Evil, yes. I love the gun mods on PC. Yeah, yo. So there was something too. There's a part
You
2.
know, someone's gonna make like a J.K. Rowling mod where she just like attacks trans people, but in the game, someone's just gonna just fucking flip when that mod gets released.
Yo, oh my god. Well, they can't release it on Nexus mods because they'll take it down immediately, but someone should totally make a mod where J.K. Rowling just walks into the bar and then beats up the trans woman. Just, and I don't mean to attack trans people, obviously. I don't mean that, but just to make people mad because it would be
We
so.
don't mean to, but we're gonna do it anyway.
No, I don't mean it like that, obviously. But like these people are just so obsessed with this game and they're never gonna play it, or so they say. I think they really do want to play it, but just anything to make these people lose their mind. fuck them. It is what it is. Like, you guys are authoritarians that tried to force gamers to not play the game that they want, and you fucking lost. And you're gonna eat your L and move on. So Bowsette says in regards to Lara Croft, her father was always the true visionary though. Okay. I mean, like, in a way it's like, yeah, he's a visionary, but I feel like honestly that movie just kind of just removes Lara Croft altogether, which is kind of like, like I would need to feel like she's a dependable person too, you know? I just don't feel like they did that. Just the daddy issues didn't exist in the original story. Lara was literally an anti-hero. The new games fucked that all up. Oh man. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I have to concede that. You're definitely not wrong. Neozoic said, Cassie and others, thoughts on the recent rumor that Hogwarts Legacy is getting a sequel? It's getting a sequel. And I'm happy to see it.
If it's made this much money, it's definitely getting a sequel. I mean, that's goes without question.
It's the biggest Warner Brothers launch to date. So it's definitely getting a sequel. But here's something to laugh at, guys. Something I thought was absolutely hilarious. So Empress cracked Hogwarts Legacy. So like you basically you could download it online for free, whatever. But Empress published the torrent with a message supporting J.K. Rowling, purely so the psychos can't even pirate it without quote unquote supporting transphobia. Yo, shit is hilarious. I didn't read what they said, but I want to read it now.
It's like they just can't stop. They just can't help themselves.
Oh man, that's a long thing. All right, let's zoom in here. So, what's her name? Whatever her name is, I forget. But she said, "I fully stand with J.K. Rowling, as countless women who did." Because most men are just dying out of jealousy of us and want to make a piece, want to take a piece of the cake too, even if it comes out corrupted, broken, and completely ruined. And this is something only quote unquote real women would understand. Oh man, this is super feministy. Oh my god, because we women are the ones that is getting damaged and stolen from, so we are hurt the most by it. And honestly, man, it's one of those things where like J.K. Rowling is a feminist through and through in some of the worst ways possible, and in some ways that I think are warranted. And it is bothersome when I used to play sports in school, and I can't imagine like in modern day like playing sports in school where I would have to compete against men that are biological men who identify as women, where they obviously especially in like the high school and even middle school level, they clearly have the edge on women. It's one of those things where I would play sports with the dudes, but guess what? I wasn't that good. Like, I was trash in comparison. It just is what it is. And I used to be very into sports.
Look at it this way. The men who go into women's sports are also not good. That's why they're in women's sports. So they can actually play something they can win.
Oh yeah, if they like, the thing is they do this because they have a natural advantage, and people keep pretending that that's not a thing, but it's facts. Like, they're not like top of the top dog playing against other men, so they'll play against women, and then yes, they'll have a natural advantage. It's just the reality of the situation. No matter how much like people want to pretend that otherwise, it's just the facts, man. Chris Vasquez says there's actually a rumor that Hogwarts Legacy might get an HBO TV series due to the success. Oh god, I hope not. I just want the games, okay? I don't need the TV series. I don't need all the extra stuff. But it wouldn't surprise me given this massive success. Bowsette said old Laura forged her own path and was a badass in every game. Not every game was good, but still better than what we have now. I mean, yeah, just like the new games just totally failed Lara Croft. I just don't like her. I don't hate her, but she's just like a big nothing burger. She kind of just sucks in the new games. I really appreciated the first reboot game. That's my favorite one. because like you can't help but get behind her as a character. Like I really just wanted her to be safe. I wanted her to get off that fucking island. Like she did pull her own weight by force in that game. I really liked it, but everything else was definitely a downgrade from there. They really fucked up her character. They did nothing with her character. They made 3 games with, with Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider reboot, and only the first game showed any form of character development whatsoever. It's so disappointing, man.
I agree.
It's woke. Research it. Reset era raised all kinds of hell about Tomb Raider before the reboot. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. But she didn't care about the city she destroyed. She just acted that way to please Jonah. And as soon as she got where she wanted to go, she got rid of him. Yo, that third game just totally shits on Laura. Just completely dumps on her, guys. Oh my god. They
Yeah,
just
somebody
make her,
definitely had an agenda with that one.
they just made her out to be like the biggest bitch on planet Earth and then tried to justify it. It's like you literally caused the collapse of an entire city. And I as the player am supposed to still be just behind her. And it's like
Yeah,
I
because
really
yes,
enjoy the
Queen
gameplay.
Slay.
Yeah. It's one of those things I do really enjoy the gameplay, but she fucking blows as a protagonist. Oh man. But guys, I do have to finish the rest of the stream on my own due to the fact that I got some beef that I need to go into on my own. But Society, I will post the link to your channel again. Definitely check out Society Reviews. I be on his streams every Tuesday to do the Barroom podcast. So if you guys want to just talk about the state of entertainment on Tuesday nights, you can definitely do that on the Barroom podcast on the Society Reviews channel.
All
Post
right,
that.
then. I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, bro. Take care of yourself.
All right.
Later.
But yep. See ya. All right. So I'm gonna leave this Discord. All right. That was cool. That was good. All right. And by the way, guys, if you came to the stream late, uh, just so you guys know, I do have a Discord now for the community. So if you guys do want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. I do ask that if you do want to join, I do have to put it behind a paywall just to keep the bad actors out. Fortunately, just too many fucking fucked up people. So it's behind a 99-cent paywall on my channel. If you would like to be a part of our Discord, all you have to do is become a member at the 99-cent tier level. You'll be, added to the Cult of Cage. And with that, there's a link there for you to be able to join the Discord server. So that's just how I'm gonna have to do it, just to keep the people that aren't there and that want to be there but not in good faith out. Period. That's just it is what it is in that regard. But yeah, it's cool. I was working on it for like 2 weeks. I think I kind of got it right. I hope I did. If there's any problems, please bring it up to me. I will get them ironed out. It's still a work in progress, but we got cool shit. Just a cool setup, I think. Talking about general nonsense, memeing, physical media pickups. I do love that. So if you got any pickups or anything, if you want to show like your room, your game room, your setups, you can post it in there. Pet pics, obviously. And if you're a creator and you want to promote your content, there is a channel there for you to post your content up as well. I'll definitely be on the lookout for y'all's stuff. Hopefully everyone else in the server will also do the same. Definitely want to help other homies in the community as well. So that is you have a self-promotion channel there. If you guys want to recommend topics to me, you can post that in the Discord. Might do a live stream about it, or like make a video on it. Just depends. But if you want to post any articles or general topics, you're more than welcome to there. And if you guys want to find a group of people to game with, you can always put it out there. since I do have a bunch of homies that are gamers, maybe y'all can, get together, play some Street Fighter 6 and whatnot when that drops. So, yo, Sly Crow, what's up, homie? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Michael Joe, it's good to see you as well. Yo, Dre, what's up? Oh man. Ooh, the homies is coming through. That's good. It's good to see y'all despite when y'all get here. I really appreciate y'all coming through. If you haven't, drop a like, really helps the channel. Really appreciate everyone. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Hope your Friday went smoothly. I hope that you guys will have an amazing weekend. That's what it's all about, man. We made it to the weekend. But we do have to cap it off by talking about some craziness, man, because it just does not seem to end. But I do have to address it because it just is what it is at this point. What game? Let me see. Hold up. Let me bring up the OBS. What game you playing, Cassie? So I've been playing Hogwarts. I'm about 23, 24 hours in. Still grinding. Doing a lot of the side content. So it definitely been keeping me busy. Played a little bit of Fortnite. I'm trying to make sure I finish the battle pass. That I'm starting to fall behind. The struggle is real. I hate when I do that. Cause then like that last week, I'm just grinding like crazy. But what else have I been playing? I've been playing obviously my analog pocket. I love just like the sleep wake on that shit. Being able to sleep wake for, GBA games is amazing. I could just play 10 minutes, put it to sleep, come back an hour later, press the button, it wakes back up, right back to where I was before. So simple, man. So simple. Don't have to worry about the whole saving and all that shit. Love my analog pocket, guys. It was a pricey investment, but the return on the investment is already very noticeable. But guys. This week has been insane, man. From falling outs between people I've, just known for years. It's one of those things where I've seen like individuals who, like I said, who have always been cool with me. Before I did YouTube years. That now I do YouTube. I've been doing it for a little over a year now, and some of them still support me. And I really appreciate that. Like, so much so. I see so many people that have known me way before I did YouTube years and just wanted to fuck with me because, we all got along. Everything was down to earth and chill. But then, unfortunately, there's some people that messed with me, was cool with me before I did YouTube for years. That now that I do YouTube, they ghosted me or they just don't like me no more. I don't know what it is, but it is whatever to me at the end of the day. No, I don't make no... Like, I'm not, like, an emotionally attached person. It just is what it is. Gotta take notes on that front. Just recognize how people move. That's really what it all boils down to on that front. But, I did run into a situation, man, where it did get kind of crazy. I do want to address this, because this is the stuff that really does need to be pointed out. It really does. This is nasty. Like, gaming Twitter... It's not. I've been told this before. It's not a gaming community. It's a drama community. And it's facts. It is what it is. But like, yo. So I made a tweet addressing, some people that have some nasty things to say about me. And apparently this individual named Horizon Zero Mega has, apparently from what I've been told, like an infamous reputation of saying some insane things. And, I posted up the video talking about it, talking about, the situation that went down. And apparently this person's reply was another PC assaulter with the R word. I can't say it. I don't want to say it. Apparently of being accused of being that. Another Fertanga wannabe. So that's what we doing here. And apparently I've heard this individual also threatened to shoot up a developer's office in order to keep exclusives from going to PC that are PlayStation exclusives from going to PC. That's what I heard. I've seen receipts. So this is what we got going on in this community. we can get cuz nah, I mean, I don't do all that. I'm a very if anything, like all I want to do is laugh, mock and shame. Laugh, mock and shame. I'm not at all type of person that I don't want to keep things, at 100. To me at this point, I'm just going to laugh at you and move on. So, but this shit definitely needs to be talked about. It needs to be seen, needs to be heard, and we need to mock and shame because this is a sick individual. This person I did not even bother to give this individual a reply. But I'm totally anti-violence. I'm not about that. I'm 100%, however, for self-defense. But I'm not a violent person. I do not want to attack anyone. And honestly, I don't want you guys to attack anyone in the community on behalf of me. I do appreciate y'all looking out. Just looking out and let me know what is going on. That's enough for me. But in regards to, being out there, throwing shade, like y'all don't have to do that for me. Seriously. Please don't. I do appreciate the sentiment. I know it's all out of love, but I definitely don't want to to snowball it. We could just laugh about it here and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, these people don't bother me. Their words don't bother me. This is a fucked up individual, and I know that they ain't mentally there. So I ain't gonna make a big deal out of it. But what's crazy to me is that a sick, stupid motherfucker tried to justify this. Look, he tried to justify this. So right here, I said, literally got called, the R word, the Rist word, because of mentally deranged PlayStation fanboys upset about video games. Video games! Corporate nut guzzlers wild out here. That's what I said. And some person had the fucking gall. This dude, Smoke Capone, had the gall to accuse me of clout chasing. Yo. People that know me know I don't joke about shit like that. They know I don't pretend. They know I don't play victim. I don't do that shit. Y'all know. I would say reporting to the FBI, but they would probably help him. You ain't kidding, bro. All you could do is just be prepared for the worst on your end. Make sure you got what you need to defend yourself. At that point, that's all I can depend on is me. Derpnator says, and this makes me embarrassed to be a gamer. People are such a word that I wouldn't use here. Nah, I completely feel you on that front. Damn, dude. Damon's Ghost said, dude is hard hood booger. Jerome on his phone. Yeah, it's crazy that we going here. Now, I know you joking, man. I know that you ain't a violent person. Like, I could tell, You can tell how people are in their heart when you just hear them talk. I know that you don't mean it. But, yeah. He said, this dude, Smoke Capone, said, where's the screenshot of this? Whole convo, cause y'all be straight up lying for clout over consoles for no reason. I don't lie about shit like this. I don't do it. I don't fuck around. If something really happened and I say that shit, it happened. Otherwise, I don't speak on it. There's been a lot of drama going on in the gaming community for a while, and for the most part, I've been super quiet about it. Y'all know, if y'all know BitCloud, y'all know what happened with BitCloud. I pulled up on that stream with BitCloud because that's my dude. That's my homie. I know that BitCloud got my back, so I definitely got his back. And that's what it is. But you don't see me you didn't see me after that making it about me. People like fucking Saltiest Gaming made that shit about him. And he had that was the biggest self-own I've ever seen since, doing YouTube. Just all that dude had to do was just shut the fuck up because it wasn't even about him to begin with. Imagine that shit. Imagine that shit. Ended up being the biggest asshole, making the biggest ass out of himself. And what kills me though is that people was coming at my homie and then they looked at Saltiest Gaming and just didn't even Didn't even say nothing about Saltiest Gaming. And I definitely took notes of that shit. Y'all go in that big cloud. But look at what Saltiest Gaming did over here. Y'all silent. I know there's a lot of hypocrisy in this community, bro. That's really what it all boils down to. And so when this asshole did this, I'm like, well, good thing I did take a screen of it. But I immediately blocked and reported Horizon Zero Omega, because if you're that deranged to say something like that, there's no discussion for me to have with something like this. Just block and report it. That's it. If I feel as though that I could have a sane conversation with you, that we can, at least have a back and forth that's worthwhile, then fine. But there's no conversation worthwhile with this individual. It's just get the fuck off my timeline. Period. So they said this stupid shit, Smoke Capone, and I just said, don't question me again. That's it. Because when I say that something happened, that means it happened. I don't fucking lie about that shit. But thankfully, and you know what? I just throw it out there. I don't need to show receipts. But I do keep receipts, because you just never know when some dumb motherfucker will have something stupid to say. And unfortunately, the stupidity don't end here. When I posted that, this individual still continued. He still continued. This is fucking crazy. This dude is the whole fucking circus. Smoke Capone said he called you a PC artist. But your tweet was he called you an artist. Why wouldn't he just call you what you tweeted without the PC part? That's why I asked for proof. Apparently, one is better than the other. One is acceptable and what is not? Bruh. This is the level of mental midgetness that we dealing with, guys. And I'm seeing it more and more as shit goes on. As time goes on, I'm seeing it more and more, y'all. It's crazy, bros. Neozoic said, then again, they're anywhere not just in the game community, movie, novel, comic, anime, etc. Yeah, it's facts. It's facts. But like, since I'm primarily a gaming YouTuber, like I discuss games and gaming topics. I have an overall general history from the 3D era of gaming and forward, like the dawn of the 3D era of gaming and forward, and I've been involved in gaming for a long time. So like that's what the bulk of my content does revolve around. But I don't pigeonhole myself. I love talking about film. I love talking about other things. And it's just one of those things where this is a really dumb argument. And like, I know I could tell that this individual is linked to another person that I had beef with, or like, because apparently the whole fallout from this debate I had between another person I know for a while, for many years on Twitter, and it devolved into like them creating a posse of people that now hate me for some reason. So it's like, okay, whatever, man. Like, please just, get, if you don't like me, please just unfollow me and keep it moving. I risk being canceled. I don't give a fuck. I gotta keep it real. Nah, I feel you. I feel you, bro. It's one of those things where we can't have real conversations because we risk getting, thrown to the fire. Yo, Lobo, man. Yo, you funny. Lobo joking. He said, shut it, little lady. Yeah, King Trash, to quote King Trash, right? You ever played Power Stone 1 and 2? So those are the Dreamcast games from what I do remember, right? I had a Dreamcast for a month. My brother broke my Dreamcast. It is what it is. This shit must be deeper than gaming. I don't understand what it is. It's just one of these things where like there's a lot of vitriol just been brewing. And unfortunately, like, the dude that I had an issue with or had an issue with me, because I didn't have an issue with him. Black Frost, he made it more than just video games. Apparently, he's been hiding a lot of deep-seated disdain for me for a while in regards to my political tweets that, I'm openly libertarian, anti-authoritarian, as pretty much as drastically anti-authoritarian as one could be. That's just how I am personally. I guess that some of my tweets in regards to that just rubbed him the wrong way. So apparently after our back and forth about gaming, he took it to, fucking he took it to talking about his dislike of my political thoughts. And then he took it to associating me with Fratanga, even though there's nothing to associate between me and Fratanga. I don't have a problem with Fratanga. He did something really stupid when I was on BitCloud's live stream. No doubt, I think he was done for that. And afterwards, BitCloud had a talk with him. And it's, at this point, it's water under the bridge. BitCloud told him that was pretty stupid of you. And, Fratanga, from what I remember, felt as though, yeah, I fucked up. It was really dumb. And he kept it moving. King Sink says, you know what they say. Haters are a good thing. Hey, yo, it's fine. It's whatever, man. It just comes with the territory of knowing that you're going somewhere. A lot of people have known, quite a few people have known me for a long time. Now dislike me. It is what it is. I ain't losing sleep over it. But they keep saying stupid shit. And so I'm just gonna laugh about it. That's really what it boils down to. But when it comes to Smoke Capone here, so he said apparently PC artist is okay, but it's not calling someone a PC artist versus an artist, two totally different things. One's acceptable apparently and the other one isn't. So I said, wait, so you think one is acceptable and one isn't painfully stupid? And then he replied, at that point there's nothing to fucking say, bro. He said it's clear he wasn't calling you an artist in the sense of, the actual act that is, but he's actually trying to justify this. That term is a very serious term. You don't just loosely throw that out there. And I think this dude actually thinks that I'm a guy and he's calling me an artist. That's, stupid in itself, even though, women have committed, sexual assault in some way, shape, or form in the past. That's, documented. But you're calling me that and you're using that term ever so loosely. That's not something to joke about. That's not something to, just throw out there. That's a serious accusation when you're calling someone that. That's like when you, throw an accusation out there, of calling someone, a pedo. That you don't just throw that shit out there like that. That's not cool. But this dude clearly, for some reason, don't know Smoke Capone. I don't think I've had any encounters with him on Twitter. Certainly have in terms of the YouTube gaming community. Don't know the dude. But I feel as though he's probably linked to the individuals that I've been having a little bit of beef with. And no matter what, I'm wrong. It doesn't matter about what's right and what's wrong. It just matters about what side you're on. And based upon that, that's where these people form their opinions on. That's crazy, bro. And yes, King Sink. Sink has known me for almost 10 years. That is crazy to say, bro. Crazy how fast the time goes, right? We've been playing games together. We've been, PS4, man. PS4 brought a lot of long-time homies together. I'm very appreciative of PS4. While I do have my issues with PlayStation, I am forever grateful for them introducing me to a lot of people that I otherwise would not have met, whose friendships I do very much cherish. Yo, Words of Paradise, it was really good hanging with you, bro. He said, Cass, I gotta bounce early, I'm sorry. Planning for a big MTG tournament tomorrow. Ooh, Magic the Gathering, alright. But it's been a blast. thank you so much for coming through, bro. It was really good hanging with you. Had a fun time. You have really good thoughts and insight. I really appreciate that. Take care of yourself. Hope your Magic the Gathering tournament goes well. Have a great weekend, man. Take care of yourself. Michael Joe's asking how my day was. My day was good. You know, un- unfortunately, something bad happened. Like, basically, my dad's dog. Uh, I believe it was the day before yesterday. Ate a bunch of wire. Uh, we thought that it wasn't nearly as much as it turned out to be because he was still pooping. He was still eating. Everything was cool on that front. But he kept throwing up, and eventually my dad and brother took him to the vet, and they're like, yeah, your dog ate a lot of wire, and it's all stuck in his in his stomach and his intestines, so he had to have, unfortunately, emergency surgery. But the good news is the surgery went well. They got all the wire out. He's really, really messed up right now, but he's alive and kicking. He's a long road to recovery. I think it's like 6 weeks or something like that. He's a little guy, man. He's like 8 months now. Yeah, it's just unfortunately one of those things where he just decided to eat all that wire, man. I don't know. It wasn't, it's just a unfortunate accident, man. And he was supposed to be taking a nap in his in his crate, and instead he just decided, I'm just gonna eat all this. I'm gonna slide my crate to this wire and just eat as much of it as I possibly can. So yeah, but the good news is the worst of it is hopefully over. Had the surgery, everything's good. Met pack. I think that the wire did taste good because he couldn't stop eating the fucking thing. But yes, thank you, Bowsette. Really appreciate you guys. So far, he's very tired and he's had a long, crazy day. But hopefully, it all gets better from here. Definitely has a lot of getting well to do, but we're just happy to still have him. Some are not so lucky. My cousin, like a couple months ago, lost his 2-year-old pup because he just had an unfortunate illness, man. Don't know why he had the illness, but unfortunately, it was his time. So you know, we're just lucky to still have little Jet, and that hopefully he'll be good. But other than that, day has been good. Was on RGT podcast with BitCloud Gaming and Gaz. I got to meet Gaz, which is pretty cool. He seems like a really dope dude. Hung out with Blaze 4K. It was a fun time. RGT podcast. Oh no. So Jet didn't pass away. Thankfully. Please no, don't say that. Jet is my dog. He's fine. He just had the surgery. He's recovering. He's in recovery. He's home. He's just relaxing. But yeah, no, it's okay, Newsark. I know you didn't mean that, but yeah, I'm just saying that he's lucky. He's lucky to still have his life. He's a very stubborn, resilient dog. I will say that he's very, very stubborn. Oh my god, he's a Jack Russell Terrier. They're tough little son of bitches. I will say that. Super tough. And yeah, yeah, Killzone, man. Killzone Shadowfall. I met so many awesome people on. So I know a lot of people hate that game, but I met so many good people on that game that I can't help but look back fondly on it. Neozoic asks top 5 favorite mangas. So Dragon Ball Z. That was actually the first manga I ever read. Evangelion I really like. What else? I have to say, Black Lagoon's really good too. I enjoy Black Lagoon. I read some of Chainsaw Man, like the first 2 volumes. I really enjoyed that. I can't really. The Ghost in the Shell manga is really interesting. I was not expecting Otoko to be as like laid back as she is, sorta. I thought she was gonna be way more serious, in the manga, because that's how she is in the 95 animated film. Totally different characters, but it was still cool. I still enjoyed it. I did read a good amount of Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. I really loved the art style for Yu-Gi-Oh. I had fun with it. Damn, no, the Lemonade King says Killzone Shadowfall sucks and was the worst game of the PS4 generation in my opinion. I mean, there is the Order 1886, sir. Did you forget about that game? A game that had great potential and unfortunately was a stinker. Red Cloud said I missed out on Killzone. I was on Infamous Second Son. Heavy. Infamous Second Son was really fun. I enjoyed it. A lot of people said it's the weakest of three Infamous games. I played Infamous, the OG Infamous after Second Son, and it was just really dated for me, so I'm sure it was a great game when it came out, but I couldn't offer a genuine opinion on it because of just how dated it felt. At least the Order 1886 was a decent shooter. Where was the shooting, though? The game was almost devoid of any and all gameplay. Killzone Shadowfall was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I did buy it. I almost didn't. I was just getting kind of bored of Battlefield 4 and the Marvel Lego game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a third game. And that was like a week after the PS4 launched, and so I chose Killzone Shadowfall, and I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, man, I definitely just wanted to voice my thoughts on this nonsense in regards to just the fallout that has happened from my latest, like basically what happened in my latest video, and then the after effect. Bowsette says, gotta run. Have a great night and get well soon, Jet. Thank you so much, Bowsette. Really appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Seriously, it means a lot. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourself. Big Burr, what's up? He said the Order was a pretty boring game. Yeah, I think the sad thing is I thought, I genuinely felt that game had so much potential. I felt as though if it maybe had a multiplayer, I would have had so much more fun with it. If there was like a decent, like Gears of War-esque multiplayer that came with the Order 1886, I would have poured in easily like 25, 30 hours, maybe even more if it was good. I could have definitely like fucking quadrupled even more than that, my game time with the Order 1886, just if it had a fucking multiplayer. 6 says 6-hour money trap, injustice to you. Damn. Big Verse said, nothing much, just hopping in. How's it going? Everything's cool. Just literally just we just talked about all sorts of stuff, man. One of my homies wrote an article talking about the worst games of 2022. So he was here just giving his thoughts on his 10 worst. And it was funny. We had some laughs. And we talked about Shinji Mikami, stepping down, retiring. It's a big deal. That's a true visionary that expect to see more visionaries take a step down. And I'm scared because who's going to replace them? People that just, that don't really have the creative mindset that like a Shinji Mikami or a Hideo Kojima have had. Derpnator said, had to run to Little Derp's room. What did I miss? We're just talking about this bullshit in regards to just fucking the salt. Honestly, it's really a lot of PlayStation fanboy salt, man. Because it doesn't end. And we'll get into more of it now. Because apparently, the individual that I made my last video on, apparently gave me a shout out for making a 52-minute video on him. Yeah, I totally made a 52-minute video on him. And it was fun. I laughed at it. I laughed at him because honestly, it was being a fucking idiot. If you haven't checked that video out and you just want to laugh at a dickhead just whining, acting like the problem with PC gaming, in regards to the criticism of PC gaming, a lot of it's just simply out of ignorance. A lot of people are afraid to indulge in PC gaming because they'd be lost in it. And honestly, I'm lost in it half the time myself. I have to learn a lot of shit. And I've been learning stuff, and it's a forever learning process. And it's like, just be honest about it. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to deal with that, I totally understand. Sometimes I just love to jump on my fucking PS5 and just say fuck it. I just want to launch the game and the game plays. And I have, I'm sitting on my little recliner, reclined back. Ziggy hops on my lap, lays down, takes a nap on me while I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome. So I mean, that's cool. Like, honestly, as long as physical media exists for consoles, I'll still like consoles to some extent. I'm a Slag Lord says, Cassie, you're dope as fuck and a solid person and a solid character. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. 100. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate you, man. Honestly, you're such a real guy, and you have been nothing but kind and honest. And what I really appreciate you about you, bro, is that you're not the type of person that, how do I say, like, you're not just like a yes sir man. Like, you always support me. You're always cool with me. You're always gonna be cool with me. You give me some great advice, and I do appreciate that. But in regards to this situation, like, a lot of people have a lot of negative thoughts towards Fratanga plays, and some of it's warranted. Like, he did some stupid things in the past. I get it. Personally, I don't really have an opinion because he never did anything wrong to me. We used to have debates in the past on Twitter about, PC versus console gaming and, like, political shit. And it was never malicious. It was just debates, thought process being exchanged. And I never had a problem with the dude. Apparently, he doesn't like me so much anymore, which is cool. It's no big deal. I appreciate you, Crown Scourge. Scrooge. I really appreciate that, bro. He said hit the like button. If you can, it helps. I really appreciate you. MetPack 420 says, I love PC gaming. I will always be a PC gamer, but yeah, I stream off Xbox Series S. Why? Because it's easier. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. Just be honest about it, Like, a lot of people want to say PC gaming is shit. And it's really not. It's not for everyone. But if you choose to indulge, you can do anything that you want, man. Anything. That's what is beautiful about it. Freedom does not come cheap in every sense. You have to work for it. You have to pay for it. You have to sacrifice for it. That's what freedom is. Freedom is about sacrificing. Once you have it, man, it's hard to go back sometimes, It's definitely hard to go back. Otaku the Great, what's up, bro? Yes! Terminator said, Cass is a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. I actually have, like, Enzo's reply shirt, his after getting canned from WWE from being falsely accused. And like, the original shirt said, how you doing? And this is the replies, I'm doing great, and I'm doing great despite the little bullshit that's coming my way. Honestly, I'm doing great. And Otaku the Great, that's the answer. I'm doing great. Everything's cool. Demon's Ghost said, PC is about performance, power, and customization. I got 2 people to at least try to make a list of 10 visually impressive PC games. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely PC games out there, but the problem with Black Frost is that he's been named countless games, and none of them were acceptable to him. So it's like, this is not a good faith argument. You clearly don't want to be involved in PC, so just fuck off. Like, what's the big deal? Like, what does it matter? Here we go, Windows trying to get me to update. Bada boom, realest girl in the room. How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But here's some things that this individual has said since our little back and forth, since they blocked me, since I made the video on them, because apparently, like, it just kind of shows that they're kind of deranged, man. I think something's a little off. Maybe a screw up here for Black Frost. I think definitely there's maybe a screw or two loose. Can't say for sure. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying there's something a little weird here, because homie said, another day waking up and choosing violence. Fuck PC gamers. every random PC gamer I don't know reading this tweet, knowing they about to quote tweet and talk shit. So their angry followers can join in or comment below talking shit about console gamers and our games going to PC. And it's like, no, I ain't even gonna do none of that. I'm just gonna use you as content and laugh at you. That at this point, that's literally what it is. You just deserve to be laughed at, mocked, and shamed. Nobody wants to talk shit about the console games. Y'all have that, and we're gonna get that, and we're gonna get everything one way or another. That's just how it goes. That's just how it fucking goes. And by the way, we gonna have all the classics, all the classic Nintendo games, all the classic PlayStation games, all the classic Xbox games, all under one umbrella. And that is the motherfucking PC. So, yes. But this isn't even the bad part, but it just goes to show that this person genuinely is kind of a malicious person. Like, they just want to start arguments, they just want to be rude, they don't give a fuck. They have no good faith argument. They just despise a community of people that happen to play on a different platform than he does. He's a deranged Sony pony. And this motherfucker has a lot of salt to give. And mind you, dude's name is literally fucking PlayStation Console Warrior. This dude is literally on PlayStation's dick. That shit is hilarious. But let's pull up his other tweet, y'all. Because honestly, it's just funny at this point. Because it gets somehow even more deranged. Even more deranged. Michael Joe said PC is boring. It can definitely be boring depending on, what you know how to do, what you don't know how to do. If, your PC is just constantly bitching about you for updates. If you need certain things to download in order to get something to work, it can certainly be boring. It's not one of those things where everything fits like a glove. I had a hard time building my PC. I built my PC. I got the thing to boot the first try, but I was having problems with getting the OS on there. So it was what it was. And then less than a month into having my PC running, my SSD, my M.2 SSD broke. Just randomly broke. So I had to re-download the OS, fucking re-download all my games, redo the whole setup process. So, I mean, that is kind of unheard of when it comes to the consoles. It was a very boring, shitty process that I had to go through. It happens. It's not a perfect thing. The thing about freedom is you kind of just have to upkeep yourself. You have to do your own thing. A lot shit when it comes to consoles. I see how motherfuckers on the console. I seen y'all's controllers having a white PlayStation console exposed how nasty some PlayStation motherfuckers are. I'm sorry to have to say it. I've seen some of these controllers. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's almost like you fucking scratched your asses after you took a shit and then just took your globby handful of shit, grabbed y'all's controller and just said, yes, it's smooth. It's nice and warm now. I'm just fucking around, y'all. But I will say, some of y'all nasty. And when it comes to PC, if you're nasty, if you let the dust get all in there, if you don't clean it, shit can go wrong real fast. You definitely have to be somewhat clean. I've seen motherfuckers take their console to GameStop, and GameStop's like, oh, you have roaches crawling out of this console. We can't accept that, right? Like, literally, roaches crawl. If that happens on a PC, it's a wrap. You're going to have problems. You're going to run into a lot of problems real quick. Some PlayStation, some console dudes, some Xbox, Switch. I've just seen a fucking Switch Pro controller that had bugs crawling in it on Twitter today. Seeing how some console dudes are, and all I can say is stay on the console, because if you waste if you do that with the PC, you'll be wasting a lot more money. Some things are just not for certain people, and that's completely fine. I totally get it, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, that there's no reason to own uh a console. Some people just need to be on a console. You can get away with a lot of shit on the console that y'all can't get away with on the PC. It is what it is. Derpnator said, thanks for the visual. Yeah, I just some of the way some homies controllers be looking like, bro, that's what I imagine happened. It's like, I've seen the effect. Now I'm just trying to think of what was the cause of this. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I man said I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Man, I know you slowly gonna be, messing around with the PC. It takes time to get used to PC. When I first got my laptop, it took me a while to adjust. I actually kind of didn't like it at first. It's one of those things where like some weeks I wouldn't play on my PC at all because I'm just like I'm not, the adjustment takes time. Mouse and keyboard takes time. It does. Thankfully, you can hook up any freaking controller you want to the PC. So that's a plus, but I wanted to learn how to use mouse and keyboard. That was important to me. Now I'm okay at mouse and keyboard. I won't say I'm great. I'm decent. I can fuck around on mouse and keyboard. The Lemonade King said, Steam Deck is the new master race. Funny you bring that up because Black Frost over here has his own personal thoughts on what he thinks about the PC master race. Now, anybody that knows the whole PC master race thing, it's a meme. It's just for fun. I'll be touting that shit out here just for shits and giggles, just to be stupid. We don't really actually think that we're better than anyone else. I mean, there'll be obviously those outliers, but I mean, at the end of the day, we just playing games. We on the PC, we playing games. You're on the console, you playing the games. It's whatever. But apparently Black Frost here doesn't realize that the whole PC master race thing is a meme. So he said, I squint my eyes. Are you minority folks who call yourself PC master race and don't know this Nazi history of that master race title? When will that be replaced with something more respectful? Comment below, explain why you consider yourself a quote-unquote master race individual. And homie posted a meme with the little kid saying, screaming that's racist. Apparently, you're a swastika wearing motherfucker. If you're on the PC, according to Black Frost here. Everything's related to Hitler, guys. Everything is fucking Hitler. Let the salt flow. Get your fucking salt shakers out, guys. You can tell that this person is just so hurt by the PC. So hurt. They're so hurt that they lost their exclusive. Sooner or later, all their shit's gonna be on PC. It's only a matter of time. Homie holding on to timed exclusives. And saying that counts as exclusives. He's desperate, man. Desperate. If you can't beat him, make him out to be an hysterophobe. Am I right, y'all? Am I right, y'all? That's the mindset this crazy motherfucker got. Oh, man. Yo. That shit is crazy, y'all. Look up V the musical on YouTube. Huh. I bet that controller was in storage. It wouldn't surprise me. We not doing this. Apparently he did. He went there. He went there. And to be honest with you, it's one of those things where this dude's kind of insane. So who knows if he's joking or not? I can't really tell. He said some crazy shit and been absolutely serious about it. So I would like to think he's joking, but I feel as though he's fucking serious. And when you're calling someone an ist or a phobe, I'm sorry, there's no more joking about that shit. This dude tried to associate me with Fratanga because Fratanga said something in the past that is regarded as racist. I have no opinion on it. I don't give a fuck. I don't have all the context. It's more so what he said, she said thing. But a lot of people hate Fratanga because, he's a, quote unquote racist, and he wants to associate me with Fratanga so that he can say that I'm racist too. That's clearly what the game plan was. I wasn't fucking having it. I don't take that shit as a joke. Because when you accuse someone of being racist, that could ruin them entirely. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. It doesn't it doesn't necessarily have to have any proof. It's just the very act of of accusing someone of being racist that can entirely destroy their career. So I'm sorry, I refuse to accept that as a joke. Calling someone to be a part of, the Nazis, I don't expect that. I don't take that as a joke. I'm sorry, that's not funny. These are accusations that can ruin people. It doesn't matter if they're true. It doesn't matter if there's any proof. The public opinion, if you could convince enough people of something that ain't true, that it is true, you could be destroyed by public opinion. So I'm sorry, this is bullshit to me. It's some bullshit. Dude honestly looks like a fucking clown out here, and we're gonna mock and shame. They should be ashamed of themselves. This is like a 40-year-old person that is acting like this over video games. Over fucking video games. And then they apparently wanna say that, oh, I'm super childish. Really though. And it's like, if you want to act childish in the gaming community, look, gaming in itself is not a very adultly behavior. You're not necessarily childish for it, but it's a bit on the juvenile side, let's be real now. If you've been in a COD lobby, if you played video games with your friend and whoever won is talking shit afterwards, it's supposed to be for fun. You don't have to be diplomatic about gaming. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be fucking diplomatic about gaming when I'm gaming. So, it's one of those things where I ain't trying to shit on old boy for being like 40 years old and being a gamer. I'm just saying this motherfucker is talking shit and saying I'm acting immature. Meanwhile, he's fucking 40-something years old, acting like this over fucking video games. That's the shit that gets me, man. When you go too far in the console war, now it says literally, bro. A little on high strung, it seems. Derpinator says, I'm a bit jealous of PC gamers sometimes, not gonna lie. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I love PC gaming. I see the great things about it. But there's definitely drawbacks too. I'm not gonna sit here and say that PC gaming's perfect. It's the closest thing to absolute freedom that you're gonna get, and I do value that a lot. But it comes with its costs. It's awesome to just jump on the console and just not have to worry about a lot of shit. It's fun. It's great that a lot of things just simply work. It's cool collecting physical media. So there's definitely some positives there, Dirt, in regards to console gaming. And at the end of the day, we get what we can get, We weren't going to accept weebs and console peasants as the new logo. Yeah, I will say this. In regards to this stupid motherfucker right here, it's people like this stupid motherfucker that we do not want in the PC gaming community. We don't want these companies that are PC-centric to cater to you. Clearly, you're ignorant as fuck. We don't want you in PC gaming. So please stick to your Your fucking console, you console peasant. We don't want you. Now, if you're willing to learn, you're willing to realize why PC gaming is awesome. You want to be here to to be involved in why PC gaming is awesome. Then that's great. We want you here. But if you expect to come over to PC gaming with the console peasant mindset, we don't want you. Sorry, it's not for you. It's fine to admit that it's not for you and move on. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everything is for everyone. King Sink says, "Is that what I have to do to get Lost Odyssey on PC? Gotta get the fucking torrents, the emulators." Crowns Scrooge says, "I do have disagreements, but my biggest gripe is business practices." Now I feel you. There's a lot of nasty business practices in gaming, even in regards into like Nvidia, even sometimes AMD. So it's like you can't fully escape poor business practices, but there's definitely a lot of ways to say F you with a PC, which is great. Alex Versible asks a very important question. Black Frost, who hurt you? Whose PC fell on your bald head? It's always Black Bond brings up a great point. It's always fucking bald people, y'all. There's something up with just going bald and being bald that just makes you that just turns you evil. I don't know, man. Something about it. Just something about it. That's why Society Reviews is so evil. He's bald too. Oh man, Black Bond definitely onto something with that, no doubt. The whole blankist phobism is losing all of its meaning. Exactly. That's the thing, man. And anybody that calls you any of this shit, mock and shame. That's what they deserve. First off, you know what they're trying to do. You know that they have malicious intent. But none of these words mean anything anymore because a lot of people with a lot of malicious intent have falsely thrown these words out for many years now. For many, many years. Oh man, you guys could actually see. Look what Ziggy did to me with his hind legs while he was crawling. He was crawling up my shoulder to, he likes to lay on across my shoulders. And he scratched the shit out of me with his hind feet. It's whatever though, I love him so much. You could scratch the crap out of me all you want, Ziggy, I love you. Yeah, that gif is funny. It'll always be funny. I used to mod Freedom Force and Unreal Tournament. It's great, man. It's a great thing to be involved in. Could do a lot of awesome stuff. An individual, I should have brought up that tweet. I mean, to be fair, I like this person. I think that she's awesome. I just think that she had a poor take, being that she thinks that mods are actually bad. And my reply was simply, hey, we're cool. I don't understand this mindset though, because you simply don't have to engage in modding. And you could retain the game as it is if you so choose to. But if people want to branch out, want to make the game, more appealing to them in some way, shape, or form, let them do them. It's their experience as long as it doesn't impede on your experience. There shouldn't be a problem with that. They don't see it that way, but it is what it is, I'm a rich slaglord says my favorite PC games back in the day were Doom, Quake, Battlefield 2, Command and Conquer, Unreal Tournament, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds 1 and 2. Damn, that's a damn good list, man. Those are classics right there. Good shit. Yo, I mean, I know that he's really annoying with that shit, but I don't think he's wrong. I don't think Black Bond is wrong, y'all. The only one that proves Black Bond wrong in regards to the bald conspiracy is Solid Rev. He is the only one that's still on the good guy side, despite being bald. A Bond is terrified of going bald. Oh yeah, but I mean, admittedly, he's got a full head of hair, so I don't think he's gonna have a problem on that front. At least not for a long time. Speaking about Dreamcast, Daytona USA is back online. Oh, nice! Wow, that's pretty interesting. Any cult classic merch coming soon? Lemonade, you want a cult classic cage tee? I'm thinking about making myself a couple. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna show up wearing my cult classic cage merch, and y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna be like, "Hey, where can I get one?" I'll be like, "It's exclusive to me, motherfuckers. It's exclusive to me." I'm seriously gonna do that soon. Watch. I've seen some of those Resident Evil 2 remake mods. That shit is dope, man. Derpneer said I'd rock a Cash shirt. Really? Do you like my logo? Do you guys know what my logo is based off of? I know one person here knows. I know one person here knows what my logo is inspired by, which was awesome. I didn't think anyone would catch on. It is inspired. The only thing that I can say about it is that it's inspired by indeed a cult classic. I said I'm gonna cop a hoodie for sure. Swag me up. So you guys like my logo, you think it's something that's wearable, that doesn't look corny or something? Because it's one of those things where like some people's logos look kind of corny. Not to throw shade at anyone, obviously, I'm not trying to. And it's like I wouldn't necessarily wear a t-shirt for some people's logos. Let's just put it that way. I'm just curious if people think that my logo is cool enough to wear or if it's corny. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you if you think it's corny. Solid Rev is basically Kratos. Yes. Yes. And his son is freaking Kratos' kid. Oh man. Big Burr says I game everywhere, all consoles and PC. Not the strongest PC, but you sacrifice where you have to in order to have a little bit of everything. It's facts. I own everything. I have the Switch, I have the Xbox Series X, I have the PS5, and I do game on the Switch here and there. I game on my PS5 quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm not as into it nearly as much as PS4, but I think that price to performance is pretty damn good on PS5. I just hate the direction that Sony is going as a company. But I think the hardware is pretty decent for the price. You really can't beat the power you're getting for $500, and even $400 if you're willing to go digital only. All the same amount of power, just you're losing the disk drive. I mean, in terms of price to performance, it's not bad at all. It's pretty damn good. The Lex Luthor bald look. I've been saying that what's his name? Billy Zane needs to play Lex Luthor. He would be the perfect Lex Luthor. Billy Zane is the only dude I ever want to see play Lex Luthor within my lifetime. That dude that they got to play Lex Luthor, fucking terrible choice, man. Absolutely dreadful choice. I played MOBAs for 5 years. That's what's up, man. Big Bird says looks fresh to me, so you'd wear it? I mean, I'm open to like having merch. I don't think I would do it anytime soon. But if the channel continues to see success, if people keep asking for it, I'm always of the type to give the people what they want. If that's something that a good amount of people would love to have, I would love to accommodate that. If that's really what a good amount of people would like. So definitely make it known. That's all I can say. Neozoic says, Cassie, I have to jump out the ship. Take care, Cassie and everybody in the chat. Good night, good luck, and peace out. Thank you so much for coming through, Neozoic. We're about to wrap up anyway. It's about that time, guys. Probably 5 more minutes or so, but Demon's Ghost says, I too hate the direction Sony is going. Yeah, I think that Sony, while I don't think the PS4 generation was perfect, I think that they were top tier PS4 gen and they've declined in terms of their direction with the PS5 generation. There's a lot of caveats here with the PS5 generation, unfortunately. There's some positives, but not necessarily for, the PS5 console. It's more so for PC, really. Yes. Yes, Bill Burr says Billy Zane was born for Lex Luthor. I 100% agree with you, man. He'd be perfect. I just think of the way that he acted in Titanic. And I mean, a lot of people shit on Titanic now, but that was a big deal movie back when it came out. And I think Billy Zane was, like, amazing. Amazing. I loved him. Would love to see him play Lex Luthor, man. He'd be perfect. PS2 was the best they ever had. And late PS3. Yep. PS2 is definitely, like, PS2 for me is like peak gaming, man. It's like that perfect balance of innovation. They finally got like a 3D gaming where it needed to be in order to have good playable games. They really knew what they were doing PS2 generation, and they were being super creative PS2 generation, where I feel like now it's less creative than ever before. It's all very it's devoid of creativity. Modern day gaming, we see gaming less and less as an art form. And I think that that's the sad thing about it all, Metpack said, I don't like Sony's direction at all. They definitely embrace the Western way of making games and entertainment. Every single one of their games is now interactive movies. It's annoying. I agree, but I'm honestly, so I agree wholeheartedly with that. My one thing that I would say is that maybe PSVR 2 is the way to get away from that. They can't do the whole interactive movie bullshit with PSVR 2. You gotta actually make games that have decent gameplay. Now, whether they will have games in PSVR 2 with decent gameplay, I have to see for myself, but that'd be the one getaway from interactive movie games, that's for sure. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys had fun tonight. Once again, if you want access to the Discord, consider becoming a channel member. It's the 99-cent tier. You would have instant access to the Cult of Cage Discord. I'm definitely going to be posting shit there if you want to talk to me, if you want to recommend videos or articles for me to check out and talk about on a live stream or a video. You're more than welcome to do so. If you're a content creator and you want to post up your videos, your latest thing, there's a channel for that. There's a pet pictures channel. Would love to see your fur babies. That's definitely a big plus there. You want to do gaming moments, physical media pickups. Love to see that. If you guys want to show off your game, your man cave game rooms and all of that, that's definitely a thing there. You want to drop memes, you want to talk to people, it's all there. Definitely got a decent crew right now, and it's gonna continue growing, and it's gonna be fun, man. I'll definitely jump on if you guys want to be in voice channels and shit. That'll be fun. Dirt Nader says, I have my fur baby in front of me right now. Give them a kiss for me, good sir. Give him a kiss and a hug. I'm actually probably going to go hang out with the Ziglord right now. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, drop a like. It really does help the channel. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitter. I guess I'll post the link to my Twitter. if y'all want to follow me there. But Big Bird said, good stream. Wish I could have made it earlier, but yeah, always next time. Till then, I'm out. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you so much, Bill Burr, for coming through, man. You know, you just being here alone means a lot. If you haven't, drop a like, really helps me out. Have a good night, Big Burr. Thanks so much, King Sink, for coming through. Alex vs. Evil. My dogs are on my bed. Yes, show off your fur babies, Alex vs. Evil. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member, by the way. I really, really do appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me. Metpack 420, thanks so much for coming through, bro. It's really good to see you. Had really good things to say. Otaku great. Really good to see you. I'm Man Rich Slaglord. Thank you so much for being a channel member as well, bro. Yep, Derpnator, Damon's Ghost. Always good to have you here, bro. Always have interesting things to say. The Lemonade King, who's interested in some cult classic Cage merch. I'll definitely take that into account as you know, the year progresses. If things continue to pick up and get better, and people want merch, you know, I'm all for giving the people what they want. Thanks so much, Lobo, for coming through. I really appreciate you, Crown Scrooge. Thank you so much. RC Scott, good to see you. Michael Joe. Too many individuals, man. I really appreciate all that support, man. Seriously, guys. Thanks, Oz, for coming through and talking with us, obviously, as well as Society Reviews. Balzette, had to go, but thank you so much, Balzette, for coming through. Red Clouds, always good to see you, Red Clouds. Really appreciate you. Words of Paradise also had to go, but always appreciate him coming through. Thank you guys, man. The Sly Crow was here. Dre Watson was here. It's been a great stream. Seriously, guys. Big hugs all around. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter, or you know, join as a member to have access to the Discord. And guys, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.